right. We are live. Let me know if the audio quality is good. If I need to turn things up, bump things down a little bit. But we should be good to go. Time for us to have some fun and check out the update. Gonna do a quick sherry-loo on the social medias. Come join. I'm streaming the new Halo update and would love your thoughts. There we go. That's good. Hashtag Halo, hashtag Halo Infinite. All right. And then underneath is where I post the link. Hey, folks are joining. What's the new update? The new update is, I think it's called Operation Shadows. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. We'll find out in a second when we get to the main menu. All right. Just getting all the appropriate links in order. Let's actually boot up the game quickly. Okay. How is stream health, by the way? We looking good? Quality is smooth and all that? Let me know if the audio is a little bit much. Carbine feels nice. Okay, that's good to know. That was going to be my one, like, not the biggest thing. What I'm most curious about is the Falcon and the state that it's in. I'm very curious to see how the Falcon feels. Like, if it feels kind of like a Wasp, or if it's got a little bit more love. Because the Falcon, that thing, that's been a crazy journey, getting that thing into the game. Like, hats off to the Sustain team. They did it. They were able to get the Falcon released finally. Okay, and then the link. All right, we should be golden. Golden, yeah. Okay. I also checked out the patch notes. They're pretty beefy for this update. I'm actually shocked they released the Falcon and it's not the last content update. Yeah, like, so grunt.api was checking out the API for Halo Infinite, and there's been a ton of stuff added, like new weapon kits, new cosmetics. Like, a lot of stuff has been added that isn't released yet. So I guess Halo Infinite's, it's still going, man. Pumpkin Head incoming this Halloween. Yeah, that's another thing. For Halloween, grunt.api, he data mined. It's just straight up a pumpkin. Hopefully they give that out to folk. I don't know why I'm looking at the... There are some new model kits for the banished weapons, which is, you know, neat. I do wish, though, that this, you know, was a new gun, because it looks cool enough that it could have been a new gun. It's a bit of a pity that it's a paid cosmetic and not a new sandbox edition, but I guess this is what keeps the lights on. Same with this thing. Look at this thing. This is wild, dude. The Vicious Heat Wave. It's like a banished modified heat wave. Wow, the Mangler. Holy crap. Wow. So I guess anybody who thought that the Mangler looked a little bit empty, texture-wise, have at it, Haas. Dude, you could make it look like the Nerf gun, Mangler. Dang, that's crazy. That's cool. Oh man. Oh man, I'm gonna make the Mangler look so juicy, so cool. I want to make it banished. Like, I want a new color, but I want it to still feel like a banished weapon, you know? I don't want to be like, you know, this, or like something silly and goofy. Here, let's go back to the beginning, because there was one around here that seemed nice. No, that's too dark. Banished stuff isn't usually black. It's okay. I'm sure I'll find a coding that actually really, really resonates with me at some point. Because what I'm also looking at are the lights. I want those lights to be a little bit brighter, you know? Here, you know what? We'll do this for now. Wow, the stalker rifle. Holy crap. Okay. They said it will still be supported in 2026. Gosh. Good on Halo Infinite. LNG, keybind your custom input for stuff. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I did read about that. There is now a custom input bind. How are we feeling? We're feeling pretty good. Battlefield beta is soon, and I'm looking forward to Battlefield 6. It's looking pretty decent from what we've seen so far. You know, hopefully this is a Battlefield game that makes everybody happy. Because the last Battlefield game, I think that unified folk, was probably Battlefield 1. That looks cool, right? Oh, my little Shih Tzu is snoring. The problem is the stalker rifle already looks pretty great. I guess different flavor, you know. We'll try that. Oh, yeah. Here we go, baby. Oh, little Titi, are you snoring? Who's baby? Oh, dude, yes. I'm gonna make this thing red. You trying to wake up, baby? Oh, so he doesn't have a piggy attack. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. That looks like a banished plasma rifle. Primal Glory on this is so fire. On this thing? Let's take a look. Because I know for the coatings, everybody's got their own. It's a little bit too, like, sports car. Like, I get what you mean. It looks really, really awesome, but it's a little bit too sports car, Primal Glory. Nomad Sutler, I think, has enough grit on it. Like, I wish that the grip at the bottom and the barrel wasn't black, because that's not really banished-y. But, it'll have to do, you know? Aw, man. This is cool, man. It's just wild that we can finally customize these things. Probably nitpicking, but why does Halo Studios need to round out every ammo mag? Why does the carbine need 20 rounds and not 18? Makes the gun feel less alien. I guess, like, the rounding out of the magazine I never noticed it until you pointed it out. And I doubt they were just doing it because they were probably you know, there's all sorts of, like, metrics that they want to hit. There's things that they consider when designing the magazine capacity for something. They're thinking about how many players do you want to kill before you need to reload. If you're in a 3-on-1 gunfight, do you want this weapon to be able to pick off everybody? How deadly do you want the player to be before they need to reload? There's just a lot of things that go into it. It's not usually just like an arbitrary number that they just pick for the fun of it. So I doubt it was them being boring and wanting to round it out. I think that's just the number that they felt was the best. We are not going to be customizing the colors of this thing because I want to see it for itself, you know, before I begin making it mine. Now the gravity hammer. This thing is due for a little bit of a glow up, methinks. I want one that makes the lights on it more just poppy, more vivid. Because they're too dull, the lights. No, none of them, really. I think maybe this one is one that I think is in the spirit of the Banished. Will also, you know, has some lights showing up. Ah, the Sentinel Beam. Here we go. Good old Sentinel Beam. You know, it's so weird seeing these models now, like in the weapon bench, like being able to get a good look at them. The Sentinel Beam looks great in this game. Like it's not the original Sentinel Beam. The design, it's more of like a Bungie-ified version of the Halo 5 Sentinel Beam, because the fins on the Bungie Sentinel Beam, they face forward, like towards where the beam is shooting. And then Halo 5's version of the Sentinel Beam, the fins face backwards towards the user, and this one does as well. You can see even like the weird little grip thing that you hold it. It's the Halo 5 Sentinel Beam, but it's been Bungie-ified. But the fact nobody noticed it, or people in the community just didn't really notice it, I think speaks to how good of a job the artists did at designing a new Sentinel Beam for Halo Infinite. Because they really knocked it out of the park and made something that feels at home. The Disruptor. Come here, you. Come here, you little thing. We're gonna make this thing look less like a toy, guys. This thing bothered me. The default colors for it. That looks all right. But I want some lights, you know. That looks pretty cool. I mean, not banished-y, but you know. Ooh, that looks cool. If it wasn't for the orange on the top. Because I'm trying to think, like all the vents throughout the Halo games. Brute stuff can be either light blue, red. I don't think I've ever seen Brute stuff glow green, right? Yellow? No, but then it'll look weird with the lightning, because lightning's blue on this thing. Let's try to go for blue. Oh, God, that looks cool. That looks cool, dude. That's okay. It's just unfortunately boring as far as like a texture goes. That's also pretty boring. Oh man, I think I'm just gonna go with the red. Yeah. There. That looks cool. I noticed the pulse carbine colors really well. It's nice. Yeah, the pulse carbine's a cool... it is a great design for a Halo weapon, I think. And I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to talk about this thing. What I like about this thing a lot is it borrows a lot of design cues from the plasma repeater, as well as the carbine. Like, the stock specifically reminds me quite a bit of the carbine, while the top of it, that like shroud, it's got the same kind of shape of the plasma repeater, just vaguely. And then of course the barrel also screams carbine. Like, it almost feels like like it was spun off from the carbine and kind of engineered into a new plasma type weapon. And then if we come over here, I see some similarities in the stock. To the point that I also wonder if this thing, the stalker rifle, was maybe conceived in the same kind of splinter. You can see there's a bit of continuity in the design and the silhouette between these two weapons. Just the stalker rifle obviously has been modified for long-range capabilities. It's a cool design. The pulse carbine looks cool. I like it. If Sonic was in Halo, what would Master Chief look like with the Chaos Emeralds? And would it make Chief the most powerful man in the galaxy? I mean, yeah, you know. I think anybody that gets their hands on the Chaos Emeralds would be pretty badass. Could you imagine a super Master Chief? Like, you know, like his armor and everything? It would be golden. It would be glowing gold. And I think the visor would turn red. Because Supersonic's eyes turn red. Super Master Chief would kick ass. Oh, dude, we are set. Here, we're going to correct a mistake that I learned from my conversation with Caleb, the level designer who worked on quite a few areas and biomes in Halo Infinite's campaign. For a while, the plasma pistol shot red bolts, and they convinced the sandbox team to change it to green bolts for the plasma pistol. And I vehemently disagree with Caleb. I think that the Halo Infinite plasma pistol should have been a banished plasma pistol that shot banished plasma. It bothers me quite. I love the colors, okay? The Halo Infinite plasma pistol is pretty cool looking. Color-wise, but it bothers me to hell that it's a Covenant plasma pistol and not one that, you know, the Banished have, like, made their own. So now I can correct what I view as a mistake. The problem, though, is finding a primarily red coating that keeps the battery in the center green, because it is still going to fire green plasma. You know, this is just aesthetic, the change. And I want there to be some... Yeah, I don't have any. That one did the job, but unfortunately I don't own it. Aw, little egg. I'm not too happy with any of these, to be honest. None of these really, maybe this? No. It's got that, that weird pattern on it. Like a weird camo pattern. And that's a little bit more militaristic. The Banished are not militaristic. Okay, I guess we'll just do this. No, because then the battery isn't glowing, and that, you know, you can't do that to the plasma pistol. I'd be super curious to see some of the choices that you guys make with the customization. Also, what kind of stuff are... You know what? We'll just do this. It's fine. It's fine. What kind of stuff are you into when it comes to, like, weapon kit customization and stuff? Are you... I've tried to get into, like, the I'm gonna be wacky, you know? But I can't do it for some reason. My brain keeps wanting to drift back to something that feels, like, realistic or militaristic. Did you see that leaked classic Needler model? I did see it. The camo pattern on Crimson Snowfall is the Banished logo. That's cool. That's neat. The fact that the special plasma pistol variant wasn't a shock weapon still baffles me. Well, I don't know what else you could do with it, you know? Because if you made it a shock weapon, that would add 3 shock weapons to the game, and I'd struggle to figure out how you could separate it mechanically from something like the Disruptor. To be honest, I would have made the special variant of the plasma pistol in this game just the Void Stare from Halo 5. Oh, here we go. This is another one that I have issues with the default colors for it. Especially if you've seen the concept art for this thing. The concept art colors, they leaned a little bit more into that, like, the Halo 2's through Reach color schemes, type of rust and stuff that that Brute stuff usually has, and it just, for some reason, didn't translate well into game. I have, like, theories on why that might be. Halo Infinite, there's like this issue with, like, it's like the sky tends to kind of leak into the materials and the reflections a lot. So everything has this slightly blue tint to it. And it can make things have a very toyish appearance, even if that's not their intent. I mean, that's decent looking. It's just, unfortunately, a little bit boring. You know, and I don't want to rob the gun of its glowing vents. The glowing red vents, specifically, because I bet it would look very stupid when it starts to overheat and the vents aren't glowing the same color of the special effects. I don't mind this one, just the problem is that stock is ridiculous looking. There's got to be some kind of, like, universal banished coding that is, like, $1, you know, in the store. I guess we'll throw this one on. Okay. Thoughts? I'm happy with some of these. Here, let's give this guy a suitably banished. Suitably banished setup. Yeah, that looks a little bit silly. Okay. Here, we'll do that. Oh, and then, of course, the Needler. I've got to make sure that this thing is banished as well. Okay. I'm happy with the arsenal. I recently played Halo Reach on the 360 emulator, and man, it feels so different compared to the MCC. Yeah, Halo Reach is... I like Halo Reach a lot better, the original release version, than the MCC version. There's some stuff that is a little bit more objective, like the balancing on the 360 version is better, because of the 30 frames per second, and the tick rate of the game. So AI are a little bit more fair. They don't fire their weapons quite as aggressively. But then there's more subjective stuff. Like, I prefer the visual presentation of the game with the motion blur, with the film grain, with that kind of like grainy, smudgy look. Gives it kind of like that cinematic war film quality. And this is one that definitely I will not say too much because I'll get raked over the coals for it, but I think the game looks really cool at 30 frames per second. It looks like a movie. At the risk of sounding like Ubisoft, it does make the game look very cinematic. And I'll leave it there. Here, let's take a look at this. Okay. That's cool. That's great. Wow, this is a... I don't want to speak too soon. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's like a cloak. So, the Rakshasa core, I loved it. Until somebody pointed something out that kind of ruined it for me. Do you know that meme of Homer Simpson where he looks like really snatched and really skinny? And then it shows behind him and he's got like all his fat like tied up and, you know, to make him look skinny. If you turn this core around, that's basically what it looks like. There's like no padding and a lot of straps on the back. And ever since somebody pointed that out about this core, I'm like, oh man, that's the naked Homer Simpson core. It looks super ugly in the back. Film-like is not inherently good for games. I agree. But I also don't think it's inherently bad for games either. By the way, what did you think of the Warthog Radio Spartan I posted in the Discord? Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. Did you post... which channel did you post it in? Some of these are, like, interesting. I'm trying to figure out, though, what the theming of this is. Shadows. I know there's, like, this super cool-looking pilot. Okay, that's webs. A little bit early for Halloween. Right? What the hell? A mutilator kit. Guys, this is a good pass. Like a really good pass. This is wild looking. What the hell? Sure. Wait, was that an... There's also a battle rifle in here. You know what? Yeah. This path seems cool. Let's see, what is this? Wow. That looks like a nail gun or something. Hey, Mr. Nowhere. Okay, I'll just put this here, nice and quiet. Nobody freak out. Keep it down, chat. No one saw anything. Mr. Nowhere, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $50. It's awesome seeing you here, dude. Mr. Nowhere, you rock. How you doing, dude? Long time no stream. I really appreciate the $50. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing. Helps keep the channel afloat. Helps the content machine stay flowing, and it has the benefit of I can, you know, buy groceries. So yeah, I really appreciate it, dude. Looks like the Fallen one from Michael Bay's Transformers movies. Yeah, you know what? That is what it looks like a little bit. It's very Aztec feeling. Yeah, the theming is very all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what it's supposed to be. Okay, this is cool looking. All right, not like, you know, not saying I endorse the price, but this for the Chimera Core with that Magnum, that suit setup, that's cool looking, right? Like I'd go as far as to say that is probably the first Chimera Core where I'm not like repulsed by it. And that just looks so damn cool, dude. I mean, the helmet looks goofy, but this like all gillied up sniper rifle. This thing looks cool. It's like a Captain McMillan. That's a lot that they're asking for. Almost $30 for 4 weapon kits and 2 colors. Oh my god! And it's a banished coating that looks pretty great, but it's permanently locked to this thing, isn't it? No, I will not. Oh my god, wait a minute. I spoke too soon. You could also buy it all individually. That's actually shockingly generous of them. $10, that's a little bit much for the needler and the coating, but it's there. $6, that's about right. Just imagine this for the next update. Forge adding a fully functional AI scarab. That would be cool. I freaking love that. Where's Mr. Nowhere? Is he lurking in the chat? Will Halo Infinite ever get... my voice cracked, I'm sorry. Will Halo Infinite ever get ported to PS5? I really want PlayStation icons for Infinite and MCC. I'd love for that to happen. I think it would inject the game with a whole host of new players, and they'd be experiencing the game at its best. You know, a chance at like a second launch for the game. But is this content peak or meh? Well, so far the customization stuff is like great, genuinely great. Locus is $8, so that one person that actually likes the Locus helmet, it's here. The pilot helmet is $11, which is asking a lot. This is a fun little neon thing for $5. And then Black Cat. That looks okay. I'm not... Oh, it's only $1.50. Okay. That's pretty great, actually. Oh, and there's a bunch of hazmat stuff, if, you know, you guys are interested in the hazmat core. The hazmat core is a weird one, dude. I'm not quite sure what they were doing with it, you know? Here, let's check out the exchange real quick, see if new stuff got added to it. There is new stuff. New shoulders. Wow. Just, like, very, very, very black, this coating. A little bit on the boring side, maybe? Just because at a certain point, you've got such little color that there's, like, nothing there. There's a whole belt here that you can earn. By the way, guys, like, if you haven't been in Halo Infinite in a while, go to the shop. Do you see this thing called the Exchange? If you pop in this, everything in here you can earn by playing the game. Because you earn these little things called Spartan points by just playing the game. Oh my god. Baby, your nail polish coating is in the item shop.
No, but I did that for free.
Yeah, Rebecca bought the nail polish.
Stop, wait, show it to...
It's right here.
Wow, not much money.
Oh, that's not money. You earn it by playing the game. I don't think very long. That's very pretty looking. Hmm? Yeah, look, you guys want to see it? Here it is. We bought this, and it came with a Forza code. They gave us the wrong code. It said Halo on the code, but when we put it in to redeem it, it did not give us the Halo coding. It gave us something Forza related. So there was a mix-up. Okay, there's a free stance there. Let's see what this looks like.
Is that the coding?
Hmm?
Stop, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
I'm so mad. I'm not gonna work for it. I already paid for it.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of stuff for the Chimera Core in this thing. And all of this stuff is earnable, I should mention. Steam is doing their maintenance again. Hot take, Halo 7 should star Nathan Fillion as the main character if Steve Downes ever were to retire. Well, the problem is, Nathan Fillion is an expensive actor. Like, part of the reason that they disbanded Fireteam Osiris in the canon was because of Nathan Fillion. That's what I gather. It's some of it is definitely like Mike Coulter's likeness, but a majority of it is actually because of Nathan Fillion. Because he's not cheap to work with. So you disband Fireteam Osiris so you can get all these characters away from each other. That way you can tell, like, a Vale story. And it's just Vale. She doesn't have to have, like, the three others, you know, tagging along. Weird how YouTube gives me a crown for being the chatter. Congratulations, you spent money. YouTube's trying to make you feel better. And I mean, I hope it works. How have things been on your end, Mr. Nowhere? Things quiet on your end? Enjoyable? My friend told me supposedly that Locke's helmet is coming very soon, as well as Buck's Helldiver Halo 5 helmet. Yep. Those were found in the files. Doesn't look like so... Okay, not a lot of... I don't know. Maybe it's just because I own a lot of this, but I don't recognize a lot of new stuff. It's probably new stuff. What I'm very curious, though, is let's look at weapon modifications. Yeah, look at that. If you guys don't own any weapon kits, there's a Magnum, or a, sorry, Sidekick kit in here. There's a battle rifle kit that you can earn by just playing the game. Look at all this stuff. There's things to grind for, you know? And it's a lot like Reaches, you know? Where it's just like you earn this currency by playing matches, and then you spend the currency on what you'd like. See any new body attachments? Nah, nothing too crazy's been added. Here, let's look at torso attachments. Did I already look at this? I might have already... No, I didn't look at this. weapon coatings. Let's see if there's anything in here that could be potentially useful. You know, for banished stuff. No. Nah, nothing I can use. Vehicle customization. Nah, they got nothing in here. They never do. Dude, the vehicle customization was such a weird missed opportunity by them. Well, maybe not missed opportunity, because I'm personally happy about that, because I would prefer, instead of customizing vehicles, I'd prefer that they add new vehicles, like new vehicle variants and stuff. But I'm like, you know, people would fork over money if they did the classic Warthog turret as a microtransaction. Because we're weak. We are weak. Some of you are stronger, but I am unfortunately weak when it comes to that, like, nostalgic stuff. And then, of course, there's emblems, backdrops. So, wow, there's some cute emblem stuff in here. There's a Valentine's Day heart. Roses. Oh, baby, it's a needler with hearts on it instead of needles.
Love.
Love. Love. Love, love, love. Yeah, there's some cool emblems in there. But nothing for AI? Yeah, nothing really for AI. I guess they gave up pretty early on the personal AI. Yeah, the personal AI, they didn't do, like, anything with that.
Those emblems are so cute.
Yeah?
Are they paid?
No. You earn them.
I actually like them.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually.
I think I've got my eyes set on this thing. I'm waiting for this little bundle here to go on sale.
What about the cherry blossom?
Oh, the cherry blossoms? I think the cherry blossoms are actually there. Ooh, let me see this. Hey, late night. Well, I should start this out, Kane Reed, by saying thank you for the $10, dude. That's much appreciated. Hey, late night. I sent you an email about a Bungie era Halo-like I'm making with a small group of Halo modders and first-time developers. The project of the email is a game called Somnium. Thank you. Let me check that out then. When did you send this email? And Somnium, you guys don't have anything out there in the wild, right? Because I might be following your project, unless I'm confusing you with somebody else. In which case, I am keen as hell to see what you're making. Super, super keen. This may genuinely be the ugliest carbine I've ever seen in my life. Oh, shush. Oh, shush. Come on. This looks cool. It looks like, honestly, like something ripped out of Combat Evolved. Just the heavy, fractal, polygonal look of it. Which, the end of it is actually inspired by, I can't remember the name of it. It's a cut rifle from Combat Evolved. But that weird, like, almost spear-like barrel that it has, it was directly inspired by that cut weapon from Combat Evolved. Yeah, I'll get this pass. Alrighty. Hail Heed. Here we go. No, sir. Entirely new. Okay, I'm super keen. Do you have, like, asset?
I checked the email.
Yeah, it's there? Okay.
There's like links and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Don't open it.
Okay. I will not open it on the stream, but I appreciate you sending that, and I'm going to take a look for it. Take a look at it after the stream is over, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're cooking.
Did you hear that sneeze?
Yes. That was a very unique sounding sneeze.
No, I mean, this happened.
You don't know what's happening?
No, I said I go to school once.
Yeah, and then we get sick. Okay. The gravity rifle was something else, guys. I don't think it was called the gravity rifle, was it? Because there was the gravity wrench, but that thing looked kind of weird, right? It almost looked like a... I'm not even sure what I would describe it as looking like. This visor is pink, and it's called Free Hugs.
Oh. That's a cop. Is it free?
I think it was...
All my visors.
I think it was part of the pass. Or something.
So it costs money?
Yeah, basically.
Buns.
Yeah, buns.
You know they're gonna bring out free visors.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why I don't have them.
Really? Is because... Well, there's a lot of free visors now to unlock.
But they're not like free.
No?
I'm still looking at
But it's like... Man, all this new content, but I hesitate to launch the game, losing pretty much every match these days. Have you... What game modes do you play? For curiosity's sake. Here, we're going to hop into Forge quickly, so that we can goof off with the new Falcon. Because I'm very keen to see the Falcon in action. My brain is fried after making a video about the operation. Video editing is such a tedious task, and then recording. LOL. Yeah, the making news updates, those are some of the worst videos to make. They're miserable. Also, Poyo, what did you think of the Warthog Radio Spartan I made? Since you're also important to the podcast.
Yes, I am the editor and producer-in-chief.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they heard that because I can't hear myself.
She is the editor and producer-in-chief for the podcast. Here, look.
Yeah, I saw it. It was cute.
She saw it and she thought it was cute.
And I liked it, and I think I replied to it.
Vehicles. Where are you? Where are you? Here it is. Oh, baby.
What? Stop. Don't tell me stuff unless it's free.
Oh no, we're now looking at the gameplay stuff.
Were you talking to me?
Oh no. Oh no,
It
I
sounded like you were talking to me.
I love you. Here, we're gonna spawn the Falcon, and then we're also going to spawn the new carbine. Sandbox. No, it's not sandbox. Yeah, it's literally just called weapons. There's the vestige carbine. All right. Okay. Here we go. There's the carbine. Okay. New weapon. New sounds. Yeah, that's a new sound, all right. That's a really good zoom. Look at that. That's good. I wish that the crosshair wasn't white. But... Wow, quick reload. It feels good. I'd be curious to test it out to see what the aim assist values are like. But so far, this thing feels, like, very good. It feels like a carbine. Oh, Ben just donated, I think that's £5?
Yo, Ben coming in with the British.
Yeah. Ben's coming in with the British pounds. Dude, I appreciate it. I understand the lack of people to port the Halo 5 carbine fully into the game, but it still sucks that the vestige carbine effectively is a shock rifle with carbine functionality. Yeah, you know. I'm glad that you have the nuance to where you can say, obviously, this is the situation we're in, still sucks. And not just be like, oh, why don't they contract extra animators? Like, oh gosh, I'm sure they didn't think of that. Like, no, obviously if there were no animators available, it wasn't because they didn't think to ask. It's because they were told, no. Make it happen without animators. It's that late night ugly, says Kevin Coolx. He mistyped. He tried saying guy.
I thought he was gonna say ungoy.
Ungoy? But that is a great unintentional roast. It's that late night ugly. Yes. Sounds are pretty great for this thing, actually. Okay. Let's take a look at this. We are gonna nitpick the hell out of this, because this thing has been in a weird limbo for ages. And kind of like the Mutilator, where due to the fact it was in limbo for ages, we want to see if there are any signs, like, you know, lack of polish here and there. What are all these dots? Are these just like bullet holes? I think those might be bullet holes. Or are they bugs? Like, are they supposed to be, like, you know, rivet points? So those might be the random dots that are, like, all over it. Those might be bullet holes that are there for texture purposes. And I don't mean textures as in, look at the high-quality textures. I mean more like, picture this if it didn't have the holes. It would look almost unfinished, because it would just be huge, flat panels of metal, you know? So those things are there essentially to add more micro detail to it without necessarily making the geometry really greebled up. It's cool that we're getting new weapons, but I feel like we've already been getting way too many precision weapons. The carbine's kind of boring. Yeah, the carbine's maybe a safe option. I think it's at least not a UNSC weapon, you know? Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Okay. Thoughts on the blades spinning? Because that looks a little bit cheap to me, to be honest. Whoa, wow, there's heat distortion. Do you see the heat distortion? And the animation coming off of the thrusters? That looks pretty cool. The thrusters. Okay, how do we lift off? This thing honks. I'm actually trying to figure out how to take off. Oh, there we go. That's so weird. I have to hold down right bumper? Can I lock elevation? Okay, I press left trigger to lock the elevation. Okay. It feels... Wow, look at that. Look at the way the thrusters flare up and get wider. That's cool looking. I'll have to get like a really close up of it in like theater mode or something, or machinima mode, because I'm sure that they're doing some kind of weird like model distortion. But it's a cool looking effect. The blades though, the propellers, those look a little bit cheap. Something that Reach did that was actually very clever, and like it's not something unique to Reach. Most games do it, is if you've got like a tire that's spinning, or helicopter blades spinning, when they reach a certain speed, what the developers will do is swap out the blades or the tire with a texture, a motion blurred texture, and then just start rotating that, and it'll look like genuine like motion blur, you know? You probably, if you were to like hop into a theater mode in Halo Reach, you'd notice it, that after a certain point, the propellers just become a disc. And it's an illusion that works really well. It's really effective looking. But for these guys, they just stay as propellers, and the lack of motion blur looks a little bit awkward to me. But yeah, it just honks like a warthog. That's funny. I mean, it is a warthog of the sky, but... Huh? Oh, yes, it oinks. Okay, now I'm going to try hopping into one of the gunner seats. Can I? I don't think I can, actually. Okay. Ride in the Falcon. Wow, look at this view! That's so cool! Look at the camera work! That's like really cinematic. Oh my god, one side has a grenade launcher and the other side is a... That's crazy, that camera work. Like, I'm sorry for geeking out about that a little bit, but that's just like, that's really immersive. And the fact that that's, like, during gameplay. Like, that is gonna look sick in Big Team Battle or something. Does that mean pigs can indeed fly? Oh, because the oinking? Yes. Yes, it does. Look, even the turret, it's animated a little bit. It's not just the flashing. Look at the barrel. Do you see the barrel? The barrel kind of like, the best way I can describe it is like a cartoon laugh. It's like, That's the best way I can describe it. That's cool. Wow. It's great, man. There definitely is something weirdly, like, despite, you know, things like the bullet holes for textures and stuff like that, there is something that feels a little bit unfinished about it, you know? It looks clean. Like, it feels like there is, it's one art pass away from being finished. And I can't put my finger on what it is that it needs, but there is something that feels a little bit unfinished for it, but I'm not complaining, you know? It must have been a nightmare to get this thing finally into the community's hands, and good on them. I think Halo Infinite's Spartan Killers were an attempt to make Metal Gear styles boss squad, but the only one who worked was Jaga. Yeah, the Spartan Killers during pre-production for Halo Infinite, there were grander ideas for them, much bigger ideas, but you know, due to the amount of time they had, you know, to get the game out, like, they had X amount of years to get the Spartan Killers to where they wanted them to be. It would have taken a lot more time. It also would have pulled resources away from other areas of the game that, you know, were in need of resources. So ultimately, the Spartan Killers were kind of reduced into a more cinematic role, a more scripted role, and less of like an actual mechanical role. Something's up with the blades. They're a little bit buggy. Like, I promise it's not the stream. You probably noticed that they looked like they just stopped animating for a second. And that wasn't the stream quality or anything, you know, or weird frame rate stuff. They genuinely stopped spinning for a second. And in fact, like, right now, that looks like, you know, the effect that, like when a blade, when the blades start spinning so fast that, like, the camera has trouble keeping up with them. That effect actually looks really cool. I don't know why it wasn't playing earlier. So maybe there's, like, a couple of weird visual bugs going on with the propeller blades. I mean, either way, these are nitpicks. It's awesome to have the Falcon back. It's like that because of Forge? Is it? Okay. They seem buggier in Forge? Okay. You can use EMP ammo. Okay. What do you press? Same button used to change to the Banshee bomb. Oops. Wow, yeah, you can change ammo type on the grenade launcher. That's cool, dude. Can you do the same thing on this? No. Okay. Dude, that's cool. This is awesome. Let's look at the damage states. Oops. Here, let me spawn myself a turret or something. You know, just something that I can mess this thing up with, because I want to see what the damage states on it look like. Not that it has damage states. I actually don't think it does. Halo Infinite, at least. Yeah, look here. This is what I meant by it feels like there's a layer of graphical polish that's missing. Do you see the little scuffs there on the edges of metal paneling? Do you see there's that line going down there? And then if we come over to the Falcon, nothing. None of that's there. That's the layer of polish that I think is missing from it, of artistic polish. Like, all it needs is that. And then I think this model would be good to go. And I suspect that was probably outside of their wheelhouse. Yeah, there you can see yeah, there's a harsh divide between the different materials, and I think adding some scuffs, some scrapes along the paneling would help separate and kind of highlight the different materials, because it is a little bit jarring there. Okay. That's what I think it was that was bothering me, but... This thing's taking a beating. Does it... What kind of, damage? What was that? Did you see a grenade go off? What was that? What's going on? Oh! Isaiah's in here. Is this thing just, like, not taking damage? What's going on? Yeah, it's, like, not taking damage. Halo is back! Says T-Dog. Hey, man! T-Dog, yeah, Halo is back. They added a helicopter to Halo. Mr. T. Hopefully Battlefield will be back this Friday. Imaginary damage. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I think it's bugged for some reason. You shot it with the skewer and it took damage? I think Spartan Kill... Oh, wait. I think the Spartan Killers were meant to be a cross between the skulls from MGS5 and something like Fox Unit from Metal Gear Solid 3. If I remember right, the Spartan Killers were supposed to be more of like a procedural thing in the open world. Like, the idea was going to be that it was sort of like the more chaos you caused in the open world, like taking down bases and stuff, the threat level of the region would go up, and Atriox or Escharum would like deploy Spartan killers after you, and they would be kind of like a nemesis in the open world that would like hunt you down. But it was a little bit too much, a little bit too ambitious for the time frame they had. You know, making an open world game in like less than 3 years. So, everyone ready for the Battlefield 6 beta? I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. I really, really hope it's good, man. Battlefield needs a win. Like, even though 2042 is, like, alright now, you know? Damage has been done. Some of the bad design choices are baked too hard into the game. It's also weird thinking about Battlefield 6, considering the context of Zampella being involved with the game. If you guys don't know, he left EA after working on Medal of Honor to form Infinity Ward and created, it was called like Medal of Honor Killer during development because they didn't know the name of it, and it was the first Call of Duty. And then he had that falling out with Activision when they tried to kind of like take over the Call of Duty brand and wrestle control of the Modern Warfare sub-series away from them. With Modern Warfare 2 back in 2009. And then he went back to EA. And now he's reviving the Battlefield franchise. And who knows? You know, maybe Battlefield could honestly be in a situation where it could potentially become a serious problem for Call of Duty. If it stinks, I'm retiring, going to Roblox. Well, to be fair, Roblox has better shooters on it, I think, than Call of Duty currently. At least ones that are more authentic to the military aesthetic. Dude, some of the stuff in Roblox, like, blows my mind. Like that like, almost photorealistic looking military shooter. Are you going to stream for Battlefield 6? Sure. Maybe T-Dag would want to stream it. We could squad up. Banished Slayer? Is that what we're playing? Oh, no. Oh, one side is Banished. One side is UNSC. That's cool. Battlefield 6 looks weird aesthetically. The visuals and animations look so much like Modern Warfare 2019. They do look a lot like Modern Warfare 2019. I mean, I think the aesthetic is just, that's what modern military looks like, you know? I don't think that's necessarily like, it looks a little bit too much like Modern Warfare. I think that's more of Modern Warfare looks like modern warfare set in the modern times, you know? But I do agree, the animation stuff looks a hell of a lot like Modern Warfare 2019's. Same with the gunplay, actually. Because Battlefield generally is kind of like characterized by really heavy-feeling weapons. Like, the recoil is usually very high on them. You can't just hold down the trigger. I mean, I know you can, but it's not, like, easy to do, you know? The weapons buck and kick a little bit too much. But it looks like in this game you're going to be able to a lot more. And they're also, it's really hard to describe. In Modern Warfare 2019, like, here, you know what? I can actually visually demonstrate it with this gun. In Modern Warfare 2019, here, you watching? The weapons are somewhere here on the screen. Right? Like, they're almost in the middle of the screen, like middle bottom of the screen. Where with Battlefield, I feel like, here, I'm just gonna let them kill me, I don't mind. I'll respawn and you'll be able to see. Battlefield, the weapons are traditionally more here. And so it's weird that Battlefield now has moved the weapon positions closer to where Call of Duties are. At least the modern Call of Duties. And that's probably deliberate, you know. I do think that they know what they're doing. They are trying to emulate the look of Call of Duty gunplay. I just hope that the actual gunplay retains a little bit of that skill that Battlefield had. Because the Call of Duty, like, laser beams, I don't think suits the large player count. Because Ground War, I think, kind of showed the weakness of... You put 64 players on a map, and all the weapons have, like, no recoil. And so it's just... You can't move. You can't move around the map out in the open because you're being laser beamed everywhere. There needs to be a bit of punishment for consistent, maintained weapons fire on a target, you know? And I really hope it's just the animations and that the actual weapons do have quite a bit of recoil. It's time we dominate. Okay, dude, yeah, we'll totally squad up then. Okay, T-Dog and I are going to squad up for the Battlefield 6 beta. I'm super fucking hyped for it. Dude, I haven't combed through the Battlefield 6 trailer, like, for the weaponry and stuff, but it looks like the weapons are actually somewhat faithful to the designs of the real things. It looks like it's just the names that they're fictionalizing. Like, there was a UMP-45 in the trailer, and it just looked like... It wasn't like a weird, bastardized, fictional UMP-45. It looked fairly spot on, or at least spot on at first glance. Bro, the gameplay of Call of Duty is fantastic, which is why millions of people love it. Halo is basically dead, though. I hope the next Halo game will be great again. Oh yeah, Call of Duty gameplay is great, don't get me wrong. Well, Call of Duty gameplay can be great. I don't think Black Ops 6 has very good gameplay. I think there are core design flaws with the gameplay that the Call of Duty community, it took them a couple of months to notice it, because at first they were kind of blinded by how fun the Omni movement was. And it took them a little bit of time, but I think now they've kind of realized that the Omni movement was actually a very bad gameplay decision. And it's going to be interesting seeing how the Call of Duty community goes from here, because I think they're starting to realize that the movement in Call of Duty has gone too far. There are too many ways that you can contort your hitbox, make you a more unpredictable target. The slide mechanic it makes initiating gunfights really stressful, because your target begins very small, on the floor, sliding towards you while firing. So it makes just inherently, like, corners are very stressful because at any moment a little guy with a skateboard taped to his back is going to come careening around the corner with a shotgun, and you've got, like, no way to prepare for it, basically. Unless you also do the same thing, and it creates this feedback loop where players encourage each other to get sweatier and sweatier, and the game kind of loses control of itself. But Black Ops 6 also throwing on things like Omni movement, being able to slide and dive in any direction, combined with the tac sprint, combined with being able to kind of like mount your weapon on the wall, so you're kind of almost Gears of War style bouncing between cover by mounting, and it's too much. It's way too much. The gameplay's losing its mind and going out of control. And I hope they realize that soon. Because Black Ops 7, I'm not looking forward to that game, man. Like, their promise of an evolution of Omni movement, it's not exciting, you know? It sounds like a threat. Like, they're threatening more. They're like, oh, you're tired. Buddy, you don't know the meaning of tired yet. Does anyone else think Halo Infinite feels a little plasticky? For me, it feels like nothing has weight to it. What do you mean? Do you mean the textures, the look of it, or the animations? Because for the animations, all you gotta do is turn on screen shake, and it brings back a lot of the weight. Like, look at this. You know, that looks pretty weighty to me. And that's just because I got the screen shake on. But also, the screen shake in Halo Infinite's a little bit obnoxious. Damn it. I feel like we go through this era every couple of years. We get tired of slower paced movement, and game devs add enhanced movement until we start hating it. Happened with jetpack games in the 2010s. Well, here's the thing. The enhanced mobility of the jetpack era, it never went away. Like, it never went away. You know, COD never actually returned to proper boots on the ground gameplay. It did it once with Call of Duty World War II. But Black Ops 4, that was an enhanced mobility game. And even World War II was a little bit more enhanced mobility than I think people realize. Like, in Black Ops 4, there was this one map that had like it was like a bus. It was like a school bus or something. And I realized something was wrong when I jumped. And then my guy vaulted on top of this goddamn school bus. Like, the school bus was so tall that it was reaching a second-story window. Like, that's nuts, dude. And the vault animation in Call of Duty, it's like less than a second long. Go to Call of Duty 4, the most you could vault was something that was chest high. And that animation took a while. And it took even longer if you wanted to vault something higher up. Like, the enhanced mobility never left. It just changed. And Call of Duty gameplay really has not been the same since, I would say, the last Call of Duty game with very, very, like, solid movement that encourages competitive play and, you know, supports it, but also supports a very casual gameplay experience was Black Ops 2. After that, Call of Duty kind of, like, forgot how to be a more chill shooter. Yeah, I think Call of Duty could benefit a lot from cutting out some of the stuff like the sliding. I honestly think sliding could just leave. Like, they could remove it. Just have your dolphin dive thing. And the vaulting, maybe nerf it a little bit, you know? Don't scale buses. Don't, you know, leap up to second-story windows in a second. Because all that does is speed up the pace at which players are flying around the map. Makes it harder for a flow to be established. Means that players are getting back into gunfights way faster than they used to, so you have less breathing room. Kind of want the standard of Battlefield 4 mobility back. Yeah, I mean, I also know that I'm old. And so I'm like, I miss the day when we felt like we had 200 pounds strapped to our backs. I miss the day when you'd sprint for 4 seconds and then your guy was absolutely winded. Like, nobody agrees with me on that, you know? So I know games have moved on, but there's still that little part of me that is just like, they ruined Battlefield! You know the Battlefield vet BFF skit? Oh, there's that old man who's like, Battlefield 4 is the worst one in the series. They ruined Battlefield. That's basically me with modern shooters. But I'm rolling with the punches. I see the sweaty craziness of the new Battlefield game, and I'm like, oh boy, I hope it's just a bunch of annoying assholes that are like, whoa, look at the movement of the new Battlefield game, and they're annoying, and I won't ever encounter them in game. But I'll be paying attention to how the movement feels in Battlefield 6. I can't believe I didn't play Hardline at the time. Battlefield Hardline's pretty decent.
Battlefield Hardline is pretty decent. The problem is the theme is not very good. Cops and Robbers was a very bad choice creatively for a... I mean, on one hand, like, your game is called Battlefield. Like, Battlefield. And there's a cop on the cover of the game. Like, alrighty, something's not working, you know? But also, it just... Like, the Battlefield franchise with cops and robbers? It just doesn't work that well. You know, like, instead of Jeeps, you're, like, driving Mercedes. And it's just like, this is weird. The tone's not working, you know? Nice. Hardline felt like DLC for 4, to be honest. It sort of did, and it sort of didn't. There were a lot of things that made it feel extremely different from Battlefield 4, to the point that they're, you know, back in the day, like the hardcore Battlefield community, a lot of them actually liked Hardline better. If it wasn't for the fact it was like cops and robbers, they probably would have said it was a better shooter than Battlefield 4. The way that it handled, like, the unlock system, the progression system was quite a bit different. I actually quite liked it. It was like Halo Reach. You earned cash, and rather than unlocking things, you unlocked access to them, and then you could spend cash on what you wanted. You know, camos you spent cash on. And that was really cool. I like that. I like when games do that. Movement felt quite a bit different. Maps, quite a bit different. Gunplay felt similar, but different enough that it kind of had its own unique flavor. I will say this, though. The graphics were worse. The graphics were noticeably worse than Battlefield 4. But I don't necessarily blame the developers, because it was Visceral Games, right? It was their last game before being shut down, was Battlefield Hardline. And they weren't familiar with the Frostbite engine. You know, the Frostbite engine is an in-house engine done by DICE, and it, you know, notoriously isn't super easy to work with. Oops. Well, I whiffed that. So I don't necessarily blame them for not really knowing the ins and outs of the engine to really polish it up and get it shining, but... I actually heard that you can't vault as high in Battlefield 6, apparently. Since Battlefield 1, you could vault pretty much everything, and they toned that down. That's good to know. You know, at the risk of being, you know, they ruined Battlefield. Shooters used to be better back in my day. At the risk of sounding like that, I hope that more developers take the time to appreciate, you know, the value of not letting players scale every single wall they see and every, you know, just casually hop into the second story of a building. There is some value at having lanes that players have to be in, having, you know, like, if you want to get up to that second story, go find the stairs. You're not Spider-Man. It can chill out the gameplay experience a lot. Dude, this carbine feels so good. Holy shit. Blue reticle? I wish there were blue reticles. Hardline was pretty solid. Gets too much hate for being one of the only Battlefield games to have a proper set of characters that are somewhat memorable. Yeah, the Battlefield Hardline campaign, like, it still wasn't good, you know? But I remember the characters. more player freedom equals harder game balance from a development point of view, I'd think. No, that's definitely true. Talking to Caleb recently, one of the level designers for Halo Infinite, he said basically the more freedom you give players to do whatever they want, the harder it is to make compelling level design, as well as just compelling games in general, because players will often ignore content, skip over content, because they're too powerful. There was a bit in the open world campaign that he was designing, and he was putting a lot of time into it. He had paced it out like the way you were going to wind up this massive plateau thing, and it was ruined when they added the infinite grapple hook. Ruined. There was no way he could salvage it, because that's it. The level design's gone. You know? Players can now fly up the side of the cliff. And the fact that nobody knows what I'm talking about probably, is a sign that he was right. Like, he had balanced encounters, he had weapons placed that you were going to find on your trek up this. He wanted it to be a journey, and once the infinite grappling hook was a thing, that was it. No playtester ever noticed the paths he had laid out, because they just shot up the side of it like Spider-Man. Call of Duty being the leader FPS hurt FPS games, says Andrew Brown. Yeah, I do think so. I mean, some of it also, I think, is just like the game industry not diversifying itself enough, because a lot of them are just playing, follow the leader. But there is a lot of harm, I think, that Call of Duty did to the FPS genre. Like, Hugo Martin described to Doom 2016 how anxiety-inducing making that game was, because it's easy to look at Doom now and be like, oh yeah, Doom's badass, but like introducing a game to a mass audience that doesn't have a reload button, a game where you're not supposed to take cover so that your shield or health can regenerate, that there isn't a 2-weapon limit. It was a lot that they were introducing to the player base. And when Doom 2016 came out, from casual gamers, there was a brief kind of shock period of like, what is this? Why isn't my screen turning jelly and telling me to seek cover? My health is low. There were a lot of lessons that had to be unlearned. Can you say anything about why they have a kill hole on every map nowadays? Oh, I don't know about that. He didn't work on multiplayer. He just did campaign. I think the kill holes are there just because kill holes are fun. Catering to pros hurt more, I feel like. Well, that's the weird thing. A lot of the things that players criticize as them catering to pros were actually not done for pros. They were actually done for casual audiences. Things like, for Halo 5, for example, the Spartan abilities, like thruster pack, sprint, slide, like, that stuff actually was not for the competitive players. Most of the competitive players, their feedback was, we'd be happy if it was Halo 2 forever. All that stuff is actually done to attract the casual Call of Duty audience, like, hey, we got aiming down the sights in Halo now. Look at this, sprinting. You don't have to worry about stamina. Sprint is forever now. Our thruster pack, you can get out of fights easier by pressing a button to thrust out of the way. Like, it's all done actually for casual audiences. And that's kind of the balancing act in Halo, is appealing to a mass audience while also making the game have a strong competitive core. And some Halo games are better at it than others. We kind of saw this with Halo 4's loadout system, right? Yeah, sort of. Like, with Halo 4, the goal was they didn't want players to feel overwhelmed by searching for other guns. They wanted you to be able to just have the guns, you know? And power weapons, they wanted everyone to be able to have a power weapon. So less of like, everyone spawns in, okay, where do the sniper rifles spawn? Or where do the shotguns spawn? Like, somebody's going to pick it up because they know where it spawned. They didn't want that. They wanted everyone to have an opportunity to use a power weapon. So they did, that kill streak system where you could call in your own power weapon right on your person, and equipped it. And a consequence is it made it very difficult for them to create maps with different flows to them because, well, now players can just spawn with what they want, call in power weapons they want. Like, there isn't that pacing that's set by giving everyone close range SMGs or something, and then they have to branch out and find the battle rifle or something. Like, everyone can just have it. Loadouts deserve to be in Halo again. I agree. Loadouts maybe weren't, awesome for, like, the typical Slayer stuff, like the typical 4v4 modes. But they were pretty great for custom games. They were awesome for custom games, in fact, and it's kind of a pity that they're just gone. Damn it. Side note, Spartan Strike and Spartan Assault were a solid lineup of mobile spin-off games. Shame they never brought it back. You are absolutely correct. Spartan Assault and Spartan Strike are great. Really, really good. What up, man? Says Boomerang. Not much, man. How you doing? Chat, do we think Titanfall 3 could exist in the modern game industry? That's an interesting discussion. Yes and... It's like a bit of a yes and a no. I know that, like, part of the reason Respawn didn't pursue a Titanfall 3 was actually... this is, something Titanfall fans, including myself, we don't like to admit, but, a Respawn developer actually talked about Titanfall 2, and he described it as being kind of like the issue with the Titanfall series and why Apex Legends had a stronger hook for players, despite it, essentially being a mod for Titanfall, was, he described it kind of like candy, where the enhanced mobility stuff, the crazy cracked out movement, it's like candy. It's a lot of fun. Super addictive. Very, very fun. You can do whatever you want. You have the freedom to do whatever you want with very little limits. But similar to candy, eventually the rush that your brain gets from eating candy for the first time, it dissipates. It gets weaker and weaker the more and more you eat exclusively candy, to the point that candy stops being exciting. You've become numb to candy. And that's because Titanfall's pacing was basically always on. Like, the pacing was always go, 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 crazy, no downtime. And part of the reason that Titanfall struggled to sustain a population, it was not due to it being sandwiched between Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's because it was very easy to burn out on Titanfall, because there was never a moment to slow down. There was never a dull moment in that game, so players burnt out very quick. And what they found with Apex Legends, actually, was that due to Battle Royales having a lot of downtime, there's a more dynamic up and down. There's more emotional valleys and peaks that you hit in a Battle Royale, and more moment for your brain to come down from a high and kind of get bored before the next gunfight, which spikes it back up. Like, there's more of a chase, you know, for the thrill. And that's part of why they didn't pursue a Titanfall 3. They didn't know how they could fix that issue and make a Titanfall game that didn't just burn people out like candy. Which sucks, because I like Titanfall quite a lot. But, man, it would be really cool to at least see what happens next in the Titanfall story, you know? Hey, hey! Let's go hide over here. Hey, man, I like your work on Halo. Keep up the great stuff. AC. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the... Well, thank you. If Doom Eternal canon has existed in the modern gaming community, a Titanfall 3 could 100% work. It's all about how they monetize and advertise it. Truly depends on what people they target. I do think it should be mentioned, though, that Doom is a single-player game, where Titanfall is multiplayer. That does have to be mentioned, because I do think that is important. My problem with Apex is the weapons feel like Titanfall weapons in terms of recoil and handling, but they have a really high time to kill, and it makes the guns feel like pea shooters. I don't know if it's different now. Yeah, I never got into Apex Legends because my brain just could not disconnect from it being Titanfall. You know, it's Titanfall. Like, I know these weapons. I know these. I'm very familiar with these animations and this, like, movement. But there's no wall running. And the time to kill is really weird and not what I'm used to. And my brain just could never disconnect from it, feeling like Titanfall with a bunch of stuff removed. So I never could get into Apex Legends. The only time I play Apex Legends is when my friend who's obsessed with Apex Legends plays it and wants me to play it with him. I will not play it on my own just because I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Wow. That was lucky. That was a really lucky throw, actually. Thoughts on everything so far? The new carbine is great. It feels great. The aim assist values feel very good. I was worried that it was going to have the same, like, heavy weight that the shock rifle has. It doesn't. It feels... If the animations are sped up, handling feels great. Aim assist values feel good. It feels like a carbine should. I'm really keen to get my hands on the new Hydra. They've buffed the Hydra quite a bit. What are your thoughts on the design of the Vestige carbine? I think the Vestige carbine looks cool. It's cool looking. It's a little bit blocky, which maybe could be because it's banished, but also, I feel like if it's banished, it should have banished colors, you know? It's a cool looking weapon. Damn it. Do you agree with the sentiment of Fortnite permanently damaging multiplayer games with the live service model of battle passes, collabs, and overly garish cosmetics? I mean, I think Fortnite can do what it wants. This guy was, I think he was trying to get my attention. Oh yeah, I'm alone. Damn, what are we gonna do? I hope that these... Oh, there we go. Okay. It's not banished, apparently. It's early covenant. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I love you. What other weapons would you want them to add to Halo Infinite? Okay. I would love to see them add a variant of the, I'd like to see them add a variant of the heat wave that fires, kinetic, shots, like a bulldog blast. So that you could kind of have the classic shotgun back, at least in functionality, you know? Oh, they said join party. Nah. Unfortunately, guys, I'm streaming. I think what bothers me a little bit more about the Fortnite model is more so, it's more so how it's affected the wider game industry in ways that I don't think the game industry knows how to grapple with. Basically, it created the situation. Well, it didn't even create it. You know, Fortnite was one of many live service games. Like, people were already playing Rainbow Six Siege and stuff. The games industry is getting clogged up with games that are in some cases a decade old, and players are still playing. And they won't play anything new. Like, if you look at the Xbox top played games, it's all games that are either 10 years old or close to 10 years old. You're not going to see new game releases, you know? And I'm not even sure, like, what you could do to fix that. Because it's not like, you know, well, oh my god, Doom is going to be the most played game all year. Like, no, Doom is a single-player game. It has its purpose. It's more just that, like, you know, there are a lot of games that are fighting for people's attention, and they're doing a very good job at keeping their attention. But now it's making it harder for new games to release because they're all flopping. Or publishers won't even bother to take the risk because they're worried that it won't matter. Fortnite players won't peel away from Fortnite to try out these new games. Like, I wonder how many multiplayer games have not released and will never see them because publishers said no. No, like, Fortnite would kill this game, you know? And we've seen a couple that have come and flop, you know, so maybe the fear is for good reason. Is Infinite good now? I haven't played it in like 2 years and I lost all my skill. Oh, Sir Butts the Fourth. You've missed a lot. You've missed a lot, Sir Butts the Fourth. It's a very different game now. Okay, let's check out that, what's that mode called? Famished Falcons. That's a silly sounding. Aw, thank you, baby. I love you. You're a sweetheart. My wife just brought me some yummy grapes. We just saw that with Splitgate 2. We did. Granted, Splitgate 2 did its own fair share of rake stepping. You know, it stepped on a couple of easily avoidable rakes. But we're talking about enhanced mobility can cause a feedback loop that makes a game sweatier and sweatier and sweatier as time goes on. Splitgate 2 is a very, very good example of that happening. Like, that... I'm You know what? I'm glad I don't work. The guys at 1047 are very nice, but I'm glad I'm not a developer for Splitgate because I don't know how to make it work, you know?
Neutral flag. Blitz.
This is insane. Are those Legos? Uh-oh. I need to, map a custom keybind, right? Custom input. Do you hear this silly little song? Okay, here we go. This is so silly. What the hell? Yeah, those are Lego towers. I love you, cutie. Oh boy. This is insane. Nah, clearly it's Mega Construct blocks. Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, that's probably what these are. It would be cute if Mega Constructs released a block set of some Falcons. Yeah? Mega Blocks? Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Do you think Halo Infinite could use a new plasma rifle? Yeah, I think so. It would be amazing if Mega Constructs was a sponsor. We actually, we got Halo Flashpoint, the Spartan Edition, and we're currently painting the figures. But that was actually a very pleasant surprise, and it is a very cool Halo-themed board game. And I want to make a video on it. Where are they? There they go. Maybe it's just me, but is it easier to shoot at targets than the Reach version of the Falcon? Just found the stream. This is amazing. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, once this is over, I'm going to do some testing comparisons of how the Falcon felt in Reach, because there's probably a lot that's, like, different. I'm very keen to try it out. Oops. We're about to lose our Falcon. There we go. Alright. Okay, I got the grenade launcher. God, I love grapes. I really like grapes, guys, but it's like a problem. Like, I don't really know how to stop with grapes. Like, I'll eat so many grapes that I get sick. Holy moly! This is so much fun! Hell yeah! Oh no, 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 no! Come back. This seems like a decent way to farm points. I might have to update my video. Fellas, a new XP mine has been discovered in Halo Infinite. We are free from the Thunderbolt. We must now take to the skies and shoot at Mega Construct towers. Also, the grenade turret in Infinite is the first grenade launcher. No? I don't think so. There is a variant of the Falcon in Halo Reach that has a grenade launcher, though that... I don't know if that's cheating, because it's sort of like a Call of Duty scripted sequence. That version of the Falcon, you know, it's on rails. Like, you get in it, it's like, here's the Modern Warfare turret sequence. You know, Halo was starting to get in on that action. Even Halo Reach, even Bungie, they could not escape the need for there to be a Modern Warfare turret sequence. Resident Evil had one. Battlefield did plenty of them. It was Halo's time. Switch weapons for the EMP grenades. Oh, I am just firing the machine gun turret right now. Oh, and it is worth mentioning, guys, they brought back the Plasma Pistol's EMP ability. So, don't sleep on the Plasma Pistol, okay? Not a lot of people know about it, but the Plasma Pistol EMPs again. Lord Hood, they hit the second Mega Bloks tower. Silly guy. Does the Halo 4 Mammoth mission count as a turret section? No, because you're not locked into it. Like, a turret section is something you're locked into. Like, the Mammoth, what's cool about the Mammoth is you can, like, move around it, you know? Like, sure, it's on rails, but I think the on-rails nature of it was more for pacing purposes, but also due to hardware. Hardware reasons. But you could move around that thing. Ah, we're going down! Come on! Turn around! Let me shoot him! What's happening back there? Yeah, like, when I talk about a Modern Warfare turret sequence, what I mean is, you know what I'm talking about. It's the moment where, Ramirez, get on the gun! You know, and then your guy hops in, and then for the next 10 minutes, you're, like, locked in a turret. You can't leave. You just have to shoot targets. My wife recently saw me playing the original Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and she saw me doing a Modern Warfare turret sequence where I was sitting on a gun as, like, an NPC drove a thing around. And they're not bad, like, Modern Warfare turret sequences. It's just that, like, god damn, there were a lot of them back on the Xbox 360 generation. Holy shit! Like, Modern Warfare did it a few times, and every single game in the industry was like, us too, us too. And it was, you know, things were bad when even Halo felt the pressure. They were like, okay, Noble 6, get on the turret. Not gonna lie, this mode looks really thrown together. Thrown together, as in not that fun. It's definitely not fun if you're a machine gunner. Because you're not nearly as important as the grenade launcher, man.
Red team nearing victory. Red team won the round.
How many bets there's going to be a turret sequence in Battlefield 6's campaign? Maybe. Maybe. I think the likelihood of a turret sequence happening is pretty high. Does Call of Duty do turret sequences still? I haven't played the last couple of... The last Call of Duty campaign that I beat was the new Modern Warfare 2, and outside of Alejandro, I did not like that campaign at all. But I don't remember it having turret sequences. It just had like a really bad Warzone vehicle level that was in third person for some reason. Call of Duty 4 has the AC-130 mission, and everyone goes crazy. Yeah. you know, Kevin, we lived through it, dude. Every fucking game had either a Modern Warfare turret sequence or a Modern Warfare AC-130 sequence. Oh, God, it was so bad. Oh, same with, like, the all-gillied up stealth sequence where you have to follow a guy who's like, shh, wait for the patrols to pass. Okay, go. And then you, like, run across the street or something, and it's, wait, dogs. You know, it's just a red light, green light level where it's not really stealth. You're just doing what the NPC tells you to do. Oh, man.
Neutral flag. Blitz.
Hot take, the teaser trailer for Infinite showed off that the slip space engine still hits. The slip space engine is a fine engine. Once you're in game, shooting, moving, like all of that stuff is working. There's some wonkiness, some bugs like the physics, you know. But that isn't necessarily like an indictment of the engine. That is stuff that can be fixed. All the perceived issues can be fixed. It's up to, you know, the developers to fix it, though. Unfortunately, it's up to the studio to take a little bit better care of their legacy technology. And for the sake of, like, cost, as well as the structure of the studio, it seems that Pierre Heinz has determined that it would be easier for them to make Halo games quicker if they used a public engine, you know, something that has public documentation like the Unreal, than sticking with their own in-house proprietary technology. Because it's like, it's hard to have an innovative piece of technology and then a company structure where people can only be hired for like 18 months. You know, none of the talent and the engineers and stuff that built the engine are going to be around for very long. So that's like, I got a chance to actually talk to some folk who are in the know about Halo Infinite's development, like the way that the engine came together and stuff, and some of the difficulties, and you know, like part of the reason that the phantoms in Halo Infinite look really silly, you know, the way that they like float around and it's really weird looking, is because a lot of the engineers that were responsible for the way that the vehicle systems for, like, you know, phantoms and stuff, the AI pathing, scripting, and all of that, a lot of them have not worked at 343 in a while, and the knowledge kind of became lost over time. Like during Halo Infinite's development, there honestly was not anybody in the studio that was very familiar with the way that the phantoms worked, and so they sort of had to like hack it together to get it working and feeling good. And it shows, you know. I mean, they got it to work, sort of, but you can see that it is rough. The phantoms don't fly smoothly. Oh boy. And even Halo 5, something was a little bit off about the way that they moved in Halo 5. In Halo 4, they were all right. Like, they looked fine, you know? But in Halo 5, something was a little bit off about the smoothness of them moving through the air. And then with Halo Infinite, it's like, holy shit, something's wrong. Like, they're not flying like they should be. Gears of War, if I remember right, had a flashlight sequence. Oh yeah, Gears of War had a lot of moments where it's like, it's dark in here, and then Marcus Phoenix turns on a flashlight. I want the Spirit to return. We got it back in Halo 5, and that was it. Yeah, the Spirit is a dropship that needs more love, man. Have you ever seen the Banished Spirit from Halo Wars 2? That thing looks sick. The Banished Spirit is so fucking cool looking. And it drives me crazy that we got the Banished Phantom. Because I hate the look of the Banished Phantom. I didn't like it in Halo Wars 2. I thought the Spirit was a much stronger looking dropship. And I'm gutted, man, that we don't have the Spirit in Halo Infinite. Are you on PC? I am actually on the Xbox. I'm on the Xbox just because my poor PC, I can't run Halo Infinite at decent settings without the streams usually chugging. As well as there's like something really odd with the PC version of Halo Infinite. What? It's been like this for a while, but it's getting worse. If I lock the frame rate to something like 60 FPS, like my PC dies. My PC dies. Like, it makes no sense. The game and my PC are happier if the game is just unlocked and running at hundreds of frames a second. But that just makes my streams lag, you know? I'm like, this makes, like, no sense. Why, Halo Infinite, why are you the way you are? Oh, no. You silly goose. You get back here. Give me back my thing. Okay. What the hell? Okay, you know what? I'm taking him with me. I took him into the abyss with me. What GPU does your PC have? It has a 1080 Ti. Like, it was fine for a while. I could lock the frame rate. But just, it murders my PC for some reason if I lock the frame rate to 60 frames per second. But if I leave the frame rate unlocked and it's running at hundreds of frames per second, then it's fine. Then the game is like, oh, no problem. It's running at a higher frame rate now. For a while, I thought, like, maybe just honest to God, like, my PC is cooked. Like, Halo Infinite is unreachable now for me. But no, it's just a weird issue with the frame rate lock in Halo Infinite. Mint Blitz was having that issue for a while. He set his frame rate insanely high as to not crash the game. Yeah! in order to not have the game just crash, he has to run the game at a super, super high frame rate. Shouldn't it be like the other way around? I've never seen like the reverse of performance issues. No, bro, you have to run the game at an insanely high frame rate with the graphics settings turned really high, or it's gonna crash, the frame rate's gonna tank. Hell yeah. These damn dirty Falcons. They're everywhere. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I wasn't even sure who was piloting it anymore. I think it might be time you upgraded your PC. I agree. But unfortunately, money, you know. It always comes down to money. Here, I want both of these gunners to have fun, so I'm trying to position it in a way that the machine gunner has some interesting targets to shoot at, and the grenade launcher guy has some interesting stuff to shoot at. All right. Orange team. Did he just say orange team? What? Hello, an early stream, I see. How are things going? Things are going pretty well, Andrew. It's good to see you, dude. New update is pretty cool. Do you have the RTX 4060? I do not. I have a GTX 1080 Ti, and I believe that it's my CPU that's currently bottlenecked as well. I can actually pull up my PC specs for a second. Let's take a look. How do I actually look up my PC specs? Don't I have to go to the console and do like DX diag? That's not it, right? Oh, here we go. Device specs. Let's see. And I've got an Intel i7 97 or 9700K CPU. 3.60 gigahertz, GTX 1080 Ti, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. There you go. And I know definitely the poor GTX 1080 Ti is screaming for sweet, sweet relief, but oh, Firefight, they fixed the XP for Firefight. So hang on, I wanna give that a try. Firefight, Battle of the Academy, Fiesta Fight, King of the Hill, Firefight Classic, Grumpocalypse, King of the Hill. Where is... God, these names are insane. Grumpocalypse, Legendary, King of the Hill. What about Grumpocalypse Fiesta? Do they just not have Fiesta Fight Gruntpocalypse? This is definitely not the Thunderbolt XP farm replacement I hoped it would be. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's a little bit too crazy. Do you think Battlefield 6 will inevitably have goofy anime skins like Call of Duty? I think it's... Listen, if the game has tracer rounds, like colored tracer rounds, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. That was a top-of-the-line PC back in 2017, but it's not 2017 anymore. No, in fact, it is almost a decade later. Yeah, my PC yearns, it begs, it screams, it pleads for an upgrade. But money. That's interesting how the Falcon has a grenade launcher, an MG turret on each side. I always figured that was done to beta test. Yeah, it actually works surprisingly well. It's cool that one side has like something that's a little bit more utility, as well as, you know, the hard-hitting grenades, and then the other side is just like a straightforward machine gun turret. Oh, excuse me. There was a fix for Firefight? Yes, there was. The XP has been fixed. But I don't think that they, I don't see, maybe I'm just blind, but I don't see Fiesta, Gruntpocalypse Fiesta anymore. My Shih Tzu is having bubble dreams. He's tipped and snoring and oinking. Because he's in REM right now, so he's wiggling and twitching and making little squeaks and honks. He is a sweet little baby boy. Okay, let's give it a try, I guess. If you've seen 2042 skins even years after launch, I think we're safe. 2042 skins are pretty weird, dude. There's like cyborg zombies, there's cowboys. 2042 is a little bit weird. I just think you don't see it a lot because of how big the battles are, but like I would not want to see anything from 2042 skin-wise. Like, I don't even want to see a cowboy, you know? Which there will be. What you munching on, LNG? My wife made me a bowl of delicious grapes. Delicious, delicious grapes. How's the update so far? It's... Oh my god, Classic Halo Commentary is in here. Guys, Classic Halo Commentary is freaking awesome. Go check out his channel. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It is classic style commentary over gameplay. No fancy editing, no video essays or anything like that. It's just like a time capsule of how Halo commentaries used to be. Great stuff. Really, really chill. Yeah, Classic Halo Commentary. Huge fan of your channel, dude. It is an honor to have you here. How is Pumpkin? Oh, he is awesome. This fat little fuck. I love this little Shih Tzu. He's doing awesome, guys. Oh, little wiggler. I wish Battlefield 5 was good, but it isn't. I think Battlefield 5's good. I think Battlefield 5 gets a bad rap because of the pretty rough, bad launch period of the game. But I think it's a decent shooter. I think the issue, actually, is that it's not a great experience on console. And that's mostly due to the time to kill being way too fast for, like, a smooth console experience. And the health system. I think it's very awkward, the whole setup with how health works in that game for console users. Like on PC, it's a lot easier to just kind of like point and click, you know?
Cluster. Double kill. Triple kill. Kill. Frenzy.
It's kind of like you're playing on a hardcore server all the time. And unfortunately for console, combined with like how realistic that game's lighting system is and the shading and everything, it makes it very hard to see other players. And the fact that they got rid of spotting, which in my opinion was a mistake. I think Battlefield needs spotting. Like Battlefield, it's one of those things where, you know, as game graphics get better and better, you do need to start relying on HUD-y elements to be able to just pick apart players in an environment. And it's a lesson that like I took a little bit of time to warm up to with Halo, because I'm, you know, Captain Autismo over here and I don't like change. And I'm like, man, it's different! I hate it! But I have grown to appreciate that, yeah, in Halo Infinite, that outline system, like sometimes Spartans, they just organically blend into their scenery in a way that makes it impossible to see sometimes. And for Battlefield, I think especially, you know, due to how graphically impressive the series is, it needs a spotting system. And it was a mistake for Battlefield 5 to not have one. Is this the update with the carbine? It is. It is. Hell nah, Battlefield 5 is ass. Why don't you like Battlefield 5? Battlefield 1, though, is sunglasses. Yeah, Battlefield 1's great. Battlefield 1 is a lot more comfortable as a console shooter. Like, Battlefield 5 is a game that I think is very difficult to play on console. And I think that's probably because, unfortunately, they listened to PC players a little bit too much in the Battlefield community. And they did not make a comfortable console experience. But Battlefield 1, that game feels great with a controller. Like, the recoil, the animations, the weight of your movement, everything's great. Oh, and look, this is also something they added. You can now toggle first person and third person in Firefight. Outlines rock for us poor eyesight folk. It also just rocks, I think, as like a training wheels thing, like a way to easily, without a lot of fluff, just figure out who you're supposed to shoot at. Because Rebecca, when she was learning how to play Halo, the outline system was perfect, because, you know, she doesn't have, like, the years and years of, like, muscle memory built up to be able to pick apart targets in a map. So the outlines for her were perfect, because all she had to do was select the color she wanted, and she knew what was a bad guy to shoot. I personally wish that it didn't have to come at the cost of team colors, but I appreciate the outline system. I just came here from playing Battlefield 4, funnily enough. Does anybody here own a PS5? PS5, it has that, gosh, what do they call it? It's like some strange, like, PlayStation upscaling thing. Where you can like, upscale the resolution of games that are running at a lower resolution. I'm curious to know how it works on, like, you know, titles like Battlefield 4, because Battlefield 4 on PS4 ran at, like, 900p. Does that upscaling feature work on anything, or is it select titles? Because it does, like, Battlefield 4 is a great console shooter, but It sucks, man, that it runs at such a low resolution on the Xbox One.
Double kill. Your team about to score.
Cluster luck.
Triple kill.
My Shih Tzu is doing some more honks.
5 enemies remaining.
Okay. Okay, this calcine disruptor, I'm gonna have to keep that thing stocked up. I own a PS5. Oh, there's some super, sorry. How does it play? I always figured that would be kind of awkward, having to constantly position to counter different targets with the optimal turret. Well, it's not quite that difficult, just because, it's not quite that difficult, I guess, just because, you know, you always know who the grenade launcher is, so you're not usually, like, constantly rotating back and forth and stuff like that. It's a lot easier, I think,
Incoming.
than it probably seems on paper.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Yeah, do you see the points going up? Yeah, they totally fixed the XP distribution.
Double kill. Hill ready. Hill control.
I think select titles, like Arkham Knight, doesn't run at 4K, just 1080p. Okay.
Double kill.
Well, I'm not talking about, like, an upgrade, you know, like PS5 Pro upgrade, next-gen resolution boost. What I mean is they have, like, some kind of, like, auto AI upscaling feature that you can enable where it's, you know, it's going to look shitty on some games because they weren't designed for it. And some HUDs are going to look super funky, but you can use, like, an AI upscaling. Like, I know folks are using it for, like, Bloodborne, and it does some, like, weird things to the HUD, but it does make the game look a lot sharper. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more XP. Okay, new farm. Looks like the PS5 PSSR implementation on BF4 is good, but still has some noticeable aliasing and visual shimmering. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Battlefield 4 released at like the peak of aliasing. Like aliasing, it was getting to the point where like SMAA just couldn't do it anymore, you know? There was too much micro detail within objects and textures that SMAA just can't. It can't cover that. You know, SMAA works really good for the edges of three-dimensional objects. It doesn't work for detail within textures and detail within models. And Battlefield 4, I remember, it looks rough on PC unless you're super sampling it. Like, very, very shimmery image. Did the update take out third-person Firefight? It did take it out because now there is a toggle to go into third person. I just got here. Is the carbine thing out? The carbine thing is here. It's out. Here, you want to take a look at it? Excuse me. There it is. It's pretty cool, right? Hey, Late Night, do you think Halo Studios will add mods to Halo MCC? Well, do you mean mods to console? Because there are mods on PC. It's only for King of the Hill Firefight. Classic Firefight doesn't have the option, sadly. Okay, gotcha. Thoughts on the map Avalanche and its secret brother, Diamondback? I like Avalanche. I'm not in love with Avalanche. Wait, Avalanche. That wasn't the map we were just playing, right? Fair enough. Speaking from a campaign PvE balancing sense, I'd give the Falcon dual machine gun grenade launcher turrets on both sides, with MG on primary fire and grenade launcher on alt fire. Yeah, I think that's the symmetry is better for like campaign purposes. How does the Covey carbine play? I hope it plays better than how it looks. It actually plays really well. It feels a lot like a classic carbine. It uses the animation skeleton of the shock rifle, which is, you know, that's fine. They don't have animators for the support for Halo Infinite post-launch, so that's like, you know, the resources are there. Shock rifle already reloads sort of like one. What I was worried about is because the shock rifle feels very heavy, you know, the handling of it, but they've tweaked the fire rate, they've tweaked the zoom speed, especially the aim assist and handling, to where everything's a little bit faster, a little bit snappier. It feels lighter in your hands in a way that's hard to articulate. It feels like a carbine, which is good. You know, it even does a little when you knock the cartridge off the top. Late Night, how do you feel about the weapon additions to Infinite? I wasn't super jazzed about them because the new weapons don't fill a niche that isn't already touched on, even if they're still good. DMR, SMG, carbine, etc. Yeah. Like, there are some of them, so it's tough because some of the weapon additions were done to fill gaps that were in the game's sandbox. So, like, as an example, the battle rifle, it's not a very competitively viable battle rifle, this one. It's got a lot of problems. It doesn't take a lot of skill to use. And it wasn't that healthy for competitive play. So the DMR, the Bandit, the reason that thing was kind of rushed into the game was because the competitive scene needed it. Because the battle rifle was not a very good starting weapon. And then the SMG, as an example, it was because the assault rifle is, or the Avenger, the assault rifle is too powerful in Halo Infinite, and the player base would prefer it stays too powerful. So they had to figure out a way to get an SMG into the game for close quarters modes, social modes, fun, relaxing modes, so they could spawn players with a close range weapon. And the Avenger SMG was the result. But then, of course, you know, you have fun things like the Mutilator. But, yeah, the Carbine, I'm not sure what the thought process is. It would be curious to hear what they're thinking. I'd imagine some of it maybe is even due to just, like, the limitations of not having animators, having limited resources. Because there probably isn't a lot they could do. Or add, you know. Ay, holy crap. Okay. Is this game over? Already? Okay. Gosh, it's been so long since I played Firefight Legendary that I forgot that it isn't just like a fun, relaxing time. We need the classic shotgun, but I know how you could do that without animators. Maybe they could use the Halo 5 animations. It's not that easy. I I know it seems that way, but it's not, I promise. It's... So, animations are not just first-person, it's also third-person animations, and the animations need to blend together and transition into each other well. If you've seen the clips of the earlier builds of Halo Infinite, where there are placeholders from Halo 5, the animations are extremely out of sync with what's happening. Like, Halo 5's sprint speed is a lot faster than Halo Infinite's, and even the sprint style is a lot faster. So things like the shotgun, you know, it has that aggressive Halo 5 like weapon bob, but you're not moving at the same speed that shotgun is swinging around, you know? Like, the animation doesn't match up with the character movement, and it's even worse in third person, because in third person the animation looks busted, you know? And some animations, like the new clamber, it's a little bit different. The new clamber animation, just slightly different. And because of that, there is weird jerking and hitching when you do things like that in Halo. So it's not as simple as just port over the Halo 5 animations, because they inherently don't work with Halo Infinite. You got to rebuild them from the ground up to work within the Halo Infinite animation system. Not a fan of that firing sound, to be honest. I like it. The carbine, I don't think, has ever had the most, like, spectacular firing sound. It's always been very pew pew pew, you know? I don't think there's ever been, like, a carbine firing sound that I'm attached to. I mean, probably the original Halo 2 one, but... I remember in Halo 2 Anniversary, it sounded like a framp. That's my best impression. Which is probably not very good. Any clues what the next weapon might be? Not really, which is interesting. I mean, it seems like support for Halo Infinite is not dying down, which is cool, but it makes it very hard to predict what's going to come next. I think the Hydra could possibly become a shotgun. You know, I didn't even think of the Hydra. That's a decent suggestion. I never thought of the Hydra. Yeah, because it's also shell loading. I was going to say take the Forerunner shotgun and just make it do like a blast, you know, close range blast. But the Hydra is a decent option too. Oh god. Yeah, that's something I learned about Legendary Firefight. Some of my old muscle memories are coming back. You should not use close range weapons. Like melee weapons, grenade launchers and stuff, because all it takes is one grunt to pull out a grenade. Okay, let me see if I can get him up. Aw, Shih Tzu. Do you guys hear him snoring? Little baby. You're a baby. A baby. Oh my god! No! Ah! Damn it. Okay. In my opinion, the carbine is another throwback weapon meant to appeal to those wanting classic guns back, regardless of whether or not they fill unique niches. You're probably right about that. That's probably honestly what the carbine is. It's just, people like the carbine. I like the carbine. I guess my complaint is the firing sound is too high-pitched relative to how bulky it looks. Okay. I understand that. What if they added more of a... Like, keep the high-pitched pew, 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 because it is a laser gun, you know, it's a Covenant carbine. But they added a bassy timbre, like a report to the fire. So it's like, pew, and then boom, you know, underneath that gunshot. That way it feels like there's a bit of weight. Oh, the enemy team scored. That's not good. That's not good at all. Gosh, Gruntpocalypse is so different now. Like, I've got to, like, relearn all the, like, legendary strats, you know? Late night. Too bad to play Gruntpocalypse. Yeah, I'm unfortunately a very stinky Halo player. CE Magnum could easily overtop the sidekick. You just slow it down and give it a zoom. Oh yeah, the Magnum would be the easiest weapon to bring back. Because the way that the Magnum quite literally is just a bunch of stat tweaks. Here is one thing that's very interesting. I'm getting frame rate issues, which I don't usually experience on the Xbox. Oh God. Come on, you punks! Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah, damn it. Isaiah, if you revive that guy next to me, he's basically less than a second away from getting up. You'll instantly get over shields if you can get him up. LNG, did you... wait, hang on. Oh, yeah. LNG, did you see Superman? It has the pettiest Lex Luthor. I have not seen Superman yet. I really want to see it. And yes, I've heard that Lex Luthor is extremely petty in the new Superman movie. I heard he kidnaps Crypto, the super dog. How does the Falcon stand up to shock weapons, EMPs? It comes back online relatively quickly, I've noticed, and it hovers in the air for a bit before going down. So it's not like, you know, the Banshee where you just hit the floor like a rock. All I've played around with it, though, was in that, oh, here, we can check out the... Whoa, did you see how fast that Hydra pickup was? Whoa. Do you see this? They, like, really buffed the Hydra. How does the... oh, wait. You know what I want? I want a Halo CE skin with all the polygons. I know they'd have to make the proportions a little wonky to fit the infinite skeleton, but I think it would be hilarious. That's what I've wanted for ages. Like, the Master Chief skin, I didn't want an HD remake of the Halo 1 Master Chief. I wanted, like, the original. Like a low poly one, you know? With, like, atrocious texture quality. Relatively speaking. Yowza. The grunts aren't messing around. So in Halo, the way the AI work, and it's kind of like existed like this in all of the various Halo games, is there's sort of like a designated zone that the AI are assigned to, and they can pathfind in that zone. They know how to navigate it, they're extremely intelligent, but if they are dragged outside of that zone, they kind of become like helpless little babies, and they like don't know what to do. Because it's like they go blind, sort of, you know, like they don't know the pathing, they don't know like the terrain, and they can't really problem solve. I mean, they can shoot at you, you know, but they you know, they have problems. They don't like being in new environments. So they will make it a priority to beeline back to their zone where they have full intelligence and full spatial awareness. And the way Firefight works, King of the Hill Firefight, is basically the zone is their, you know, the hill is their designated zone where they understand everything about it and can problem solve in it. So that's what makes the grunts almost like that's what makes them like insane, you know, in their like bloodlust and their thirst and their desire to just get to the hill. Is they are spawned outside of their comfort zone, and so they're just like, go, 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 get to the hill! Ah, we can't see! What's going on? That's very fun. And that's why it does feel like the grunts, or like the Covenant AI, or the Banished AI, I should say. They don't feel very intelligent, they feel very dumb and kind of brain dead, until they get in the hill. And then it's like suddenly they become galaxy brains, and they start acting more like their campaign counterparts. The stream bitrate is absolutely tanking. Got it. Is it at least improving? I do really like Infinite's version of the CE Mark V. It's my favorite. They finally fixed the stupid boots. Yeah, Halo Infinite, it's probably the best that's been done so far. Because the problem with that old Chief armor is that it's built specifically for low poly. You know, it's just... You can't just make it in HD, you know? You've got to redesign the proportions, you got to change the look of some things, because they weren't meant to be seen with a higher poly count. Now... It's got a new sound effect! Whoa, 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 hang on. That's good sounding. Wow, holy moly. Come here, Bip Bap. Oh, man. There's this calcine disruptor. Okay. This mutilator, I need to get rid of it. It's out of ammo, and it's kind of at the end of its usefulness. Oh boy. Oh my god, this is rough, guys. There's targets everywhere. No! They also buffed the Hydra. Yeah, they buffed it a lot. Like, a lot. Dude, the Hydra was already super powerful. I don't know how I feel about it now. It feels like they made it almost like brainless. If that makes sense. Like, it's just super, super powerful now. There's a lot less strategy involved now. It shoots faster, it reloads faster, missiles travel faster, they explode bigger. They cranked up the bass for the mutilator sound effect. No, they changed it completely. It sounds different now. It has like a laser, an alien underpinning to it. Here, let's try out heroic. I think legendary might be a little bit too much. I don't think it's game settings that's eating your bit rate. Is the bit rate still like screwed? I went through your videos and you made 2 or 3 Halo Wars 2 videos. You haven't had a full original Halo Wars video. Yeah, I have not. And the reason why, honestly, is because I've never played through the original Halo Wars completely. I think I played it once all the way through. But, bit of history. I am a big Age of Empires fan. Age of Empires 2 is one of my favorite RTS games ever. Age of Empires 3 is okay. Same with Age of Mythology, but love Age of Empires 2. I also really like city building stuff, like Caesar 3 is another one of my favorites. Yeah, Kairosoft. Those games. So Halo Wars is an extremely console-focused RTS game. Very, very console-focused. To the point that I get annoyed by things. Like, you have to build your base in designated points. The units are very limited. It just, I get, when I play Halo Wars, all I could think about was how much better it would be if it was more like Age of Empires 2. Just came in. Is it in Cook? It is in Cook. It's very much in Cook. Yeah, this new update's freaking awesome, dude. And they buffed the hell out of the Hydra. To the point that, like, I don't know if I like it. Because I liked the way it was before. I felt like it took more strategy. Yeah, the Hydra's nasty now. It does a lot of damage. Will you ever stream Age of Empires 2? Perhaps. That's a decent idea. You know what I would freaking love? I would freaking love a Halo Wars demake. Okay, here's another thing also that makes it very hard for me to get into Halo Wars, and this is a character flaw, 100%, okay? Nothing to do with Halo Wars or its design. It is doing everything correct. Unfortunately, the issue is with me. I don't like RTS games that have models. Like StarCraft 1, freaking love that game. StarCraft 2, it can go kick rocks, dude. I want my RTS game to be nothing but sprites. And Age of Empires 3, that's part of why I said Age of Empires 3 is okay. Because that was the one hurdle I couldn't get over. I was like, why is it 3D? Why is there a sense of depth? I miss when they were shitty little drawings. Where a man was like 17 pixels and I barely knew what I was looking at half the time. I'll have to properly sit down and really get to know Halo Wars, because every time that I start playing Halo Wars, I'm like, God, they nailed the Halo atmosphere, you know? Like, for all the people that constantly say, like, only Bungie can make Halo, only Bungie, no other developer. Like, Halo Wars is sitting right there as proof that it was, like, Halo is a vibe that can absolutely be recaptured by another developer. And even the music, too. Like, Halo Wars 1's soundtrack is sort of, like, slept on, I think. Like, it is nuts how good it sounds and how very, very in keeping with, like, that Bungie style of music it is. Like, going to play Halo Wars 2, it feels like a downgrade, the music, to be honest, compared to Halo Wars 1. Oh, funny thing that I learned recently. Doom, The Dark Ages, the soundtrack for that game, the company that did the music, it was the same company that did Halo Wars 2's soundtrack. Yeah, the hill is used as temporary AI pathing. Node/nev mash forces enemies to beeline towards it before their full AI routines kick in. Yep. And it's very funny to see them just hauling ass for that goddamn hill like their life depends on it, because they're blind, those poor little kids. Caleb, no, it wasn't while we were interviewing. I think it was just when we were like chatting pre-podcast. We probably honestly should have talked about it on the stream. That's also how Halo Infinite, or pretty much any Halo game, to be honest, when AI enter a room, or they have to, at least in the open world, Caleb said that how they would get AI to kind of like, you know, you're at a place, and then the AI, you'd see them running up the hill to you, and they're like, it's the Spartan, and then they'd start shooting. What you don't realize is happening is it's not the AI charging and finding you. What they do as developers to get AI to, like, you know, a door opens up and they enter the room, or they attack a base in the open world from the outside running up to it, is they literally just designate that area as their little home, and then they spawn the AI outside of it. So, you know, the door opens and the AI are like fucking running into the room because they're like, gotta get back to my safe place. Damn, that Hydra reload is speedy. Very CE shotgun. Yeah, they sped up the reload animation a lot. They said in the notes that they want it to feel more like the Halo 5 Hydra, which... Rest in peace, Halo Infinite Hydra. I loved you while you were here. I mean, not that, you know, like, not that this is terrible, you know? I mean, the Halo 5 Hydra, the reason people like it so much is because it didn't take quite as much skill. I liked the Infinite Hydra. I liked that it took a little bit more skill. But this probably makes for like a more fun experience for a majority of the Halo fans. So they probably made the right choice. Is that a Hydra variant? It's got a yellow stripe. Nah, that's just a coating I threw on it. Oh, they fixed the frame rate issues when you EMP a Phantom.
Enemies remain. Last enemy. Your team scored.
Okay.
Thunderstorm.
But is the variant responsible for these differences? No. No, this is the base Hydra. It's just super buffed. I wonder if there's Halo Monopoly. Be right back. I think there is.
Kill incoming.
I might be completely wrong. I know there's like something weird like Halo Wars Risk. Like there's something weird like that. There's Halo Monopoly?
Yes, and it's a collector's edition.
And it's a collector's edition.
This is awesome.
Hill ready. Hill control.
Yeah. Does it have like that look for Chief?
Yeah, it has the Cortana, you know.
The Gooner Cortana? Okay, it's Halo 4 themed it thinks because it's got the Cortana for Gooners.
Looks cool.
It looks cool.
I like it. I would love to have this and display it.
Yeah?
I love the space.
Yeah, it's cool looking.
Everything is Fortnite.
Aw, that's a good idea, babe. Come on, come on, come on. Let me blow it up. Come on. Damn it. Okay. Yeah? Yeah! We gotta get Billy over, and then we can play Monopoly. There's LPS Monopoly? We gotta get that, and then have Billy over, and we'll play it. Really? Man, maybe we'll find it on, What the hell? That's really good stuff. Yeah? Yeah?
Your team scored. Smithing. On. Weapon.
You guys remember Halo 3 Coke and Fries?
What is that?
I do not remember Halo 3 Coke and Fries. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, since Infinite divided its weapons into named classes, this can serve as an excellent basis for a diverse weapon sandbox.
Oh, have you had the Believe fries?
Believe Fries, they're real.
They even have a wiki on,
They have a wiki, the Believe Fries?
yeah, on the TV dinner.
Hell yeah, on TV Dinners wiki.
Oh, I'm looking through this.
I didn't know that that's a real wiki. I'm going to be looking through that too tonight.
It was from Burger King in 2007.
It was from Burger King, she's saying, 2007.
Let me tell you this cup,
Yeah?
it looked piping with some Sprite and ice.
Oh, hell yeah. If we put some Sprite with ice in it, well, specifically Mickey's Sprite. There are?
Yeah, but there's a really big pumpkin one.
Hell yeah.
What about the box with the Call of Duty soda?
Hell yeah. They have the Halo 3 Burger King bag. Oh boy, this is bad. This is extremely very not good. The Lord of the Rings Coke. How do you feel about Death Stranding's traversal? Death Stranding is such a clever game. It's like, you know how Breath of the Wild, the whole thing about that game is they turned navigating in open world, which is usually the most boring part, sprinting from point A to point B, but they turned it into a game of resource management. Death Stranding took that even further, and the whole game is just walking and figuring out how to walk from point A to point B, and balancing and understanding different terrain, and, you know, it's great. You need a case of the Halo 3 Mountain Dew? Masters had a crate of the Halo 3 Mountain Dew, and he said it's starting to eat through the cans now. And he said he went into his garage, and there was like a weird... It was like crawling along the floor.
Does he still have it?
I don't know. They put the Master Chief into soda. To clarify, take all of the classes and give one to each faction present, i.e. for the pistol class, you could have UNSC, Covey, Brute, and Forerunner pistols. Okay, I see what you mean.
Sorry to keep interrupting you. Do we have blanking mode, Chief?
Do we have Blanky Mode, Chief?
Yes.
We used to have him.
Where did he go?
Where he go?
Where did he go?
I think I lost his Blanky Mode a while ago.
I need him new and box.
Rebecca found the poncho, Chief.
Excuse me, blanky mode?
She's calling him Blanky Mode,
That's
Chief.
what everyone calls it.
Yeah, blank. Sir, going Blanky Mode.
Yes. I need this new and box.
Um,
I'm going on eBay.
did you try going back and forth in first and third person? I did earlier. How do you feel about using the Bulldog's animations as a grenade launcher? It would be a pretty decent grenade launcher, to be honest. Like, you know, firing a grenade launcher from the hip, kind of like pump action. It's got that big drum. It does give. Miss my buggers. Do you think if they keep updating Forge, we'll ever see the drones? I doubt it, because that would require them creating a new AI type, you know? Are you planning to update your history of the carbine video after the latest operation? Oh, God. I don't think I could redo the evolution of the carbine anytime soon. Rebecca is uncovering all the obscure
Oh
hidden...
my goodness. I actually really love this.
The Blanky Mode, Chief?
New in box, it's only $14.
We could paint his poncho to make it like a cozy blankie.
No, I don't want to open it.
Oh, you just want to keep it in box?
The box, it looks,
Yeah, the box fucks.
yeah, look. He just looks so, he looks tucked in.
He looks tucked in. Rebecca really likes Blanky Mode, Chief.
Bunch available on eBay.
Yeah?
Enemy team took the hill.
Yeah?
I'm adding it to my I've never actually
Then Blanky Mode, Chief?
yeah, like
Yeah?
ever. Like I think
She's gonna put she's buying Blanky Mode Chief for herself, and she's gonna put him with her Lala Loopsies and Littlest Pet Shops. Like he's a character. She said he looks tucked in the box. It's- Who, Blanky Mode Chief? No, Blanky Mode Chief has been around since like 2014. He's a vintage toy. I think that person's just wrong. Yeah. Oh, the Pinky Spartan? Blanky Mode Chief was torn over his GF dying. Locke should have given him a hug, not a manhunt. Yeah, because Blanky Mode Chief was the reveal trailer for Halo 5. It was CGI and Chief was in a cloak. It was because the trailer was a bait and switch. All you saw was a cloaked figure wandering around in the desert, and at the end of the trailer, some wind blows the cloak off his head, and it's revealed to be Chief.
Why would he cloak if he's in full armor?
That's what everybody made fun of. They were like, why is bro cold?
Yeah. Does he feel through his soul?
Yeah.
Does that confirm that he's like Darth Vader? Like he's part robot?
Is Master Chief part robot? Does he feel through his metal? I.e. 12 weapon classes plus 4 factions, you'd get 48 weapons. Alright. Would the weapons strictly stay within that class? Like, would a pistol behave like a pistol? Or would it be more of, like, a design philosophy for the aesthetic to follow? Like, make it look like a pistol, but otherwise it'll perform uniquely for each faction. Because that was sort of the logic behind Halo Infinite, why they wanted to have, like, the different weapon types and stuff. It was also for, like, accessibility reasons. Like, they wanted people who have never played Halo to, like, pick up a gun and kind of know what it's supposed to be, because it says it's SMG. Okay, got it. I'll use it in close range. The only problem I foresee with that is, and it's a problem Halo Infinite, you know, also kind of struggled with as time went on, is how do you fit things neatly into weapon classes? Because, like, the Sentinel Beam, as an example, it's not really an SMG, is it? Here, let me put back on ray tracing. Because this map looks really pretty with the ray tracing on. Alright, LNG, it's been fun watching the stream, but I'm gonna head out. Please don't forget to check your email. Oh, I'm gonna check my email, don't worry. I'll get back to you tonight, okay? Wife wants her snuggly blanky mode chief. She's gonna put him in a crib, she said. You're gonna bring him to bed? Blanky mode, chief? He's in his PJs. How do you feel about the electrical weapons? I really like the shock rifle. Like, a lot. It's very satisfying to get headshots with that thing. And it feels like it takes quite a bit of skill to land those shots, but the disruptor, I think, is a little bit too easy. It, ironically, is a little bit too disruptive, I think, for vehicles. Oh, they also buffed camo this update. Camo lasts about 15 seconds longer, I think. Which is probably good, because I know that, like, camo... A lot of these, overshields and active camo, they were kind of in a very, underpowered state for a while. Just because it's the toughness of trying to balance something as powerful as, like, having an active camo in your pocket that you could trigger whenever you want. Or having, you know, overshields in your pocket that you can just turn on whenever you'd like. It's a very tough balancing act, because if you make it too powerful, it could be the thing that just ruins a match. Because of how powerful of an opportunity that is. Blanky mode. Rebecca lately has been like the queen of finding stuff on eBay, finding stuff on Facebook Marketplace. She found a Lala Loopsy massive dollhouse that is so big that we're using it as a shelf for her cute collector things, because I like to collect my little Halo things. She likes to collect her little littlest pet shops, you know, and Lala Loopsies and stuff. And she found that thing. It's going online for like hundreds of dollars, and she found it for $30. To put in a crib? Yeah, if we want to crowdfund getting Blanky Mode Chief, I will absolutely work with my... Yeah, there's the link right there if you want to crowdfund. We will... Yeah, we will buy it right now. Like, live. Which Arbiter should we be on the lookout for, then? Because there is 2 versions of the Halo 5 Arbiter that you can get. The Mattel one or the... there's the Mattel one or the McFarlane Halo 5 Arbiter. There is also the Halo 3 era Arbiters. There's the Halo War Arbiter. Halo Wars Arbiter. Many different Arbiters. Which one would look snuggliest in a crib with Blanky Mode Chief? Ha! Okay. Oh man, this is not good. Damn it! I knew when I saw Bitbat, that there Bitbat, I was done. Dunzo. A bit of both. The weapon classes would inform the overall purpose and properties of guns in them, but not specific functionalities or damage types. E.g. the Hydra, Plasma Caster, and Brute Shot, and Cinder Shot would be light launcher weapons, but they would have distinct functions. Okay, I got you. I'm on board with that. Yeah, that's clever. I'm on board with that. I would Zoe Snuggie for Arbiter. Oh, guys, Rebecca is freaking amazing with crochet. Okay, so here's something that I would love to do with Rebecca. So Rebecca's very good with resin. She's very good with crocheting. She is currently making a flood infection form. Basically, like, it's as big as a teddy bear for Luke, for Hidden Xperia. I don't think he knows that we're making it. And, oh yeah, she finished it. She's doing an engineer right now for Installation 00. He also... I mean, he knows we're making it. He doesn't know what it looks like or how good it's gonna look. What I'm thinking is, should we, like, make Halo merch? Would you guys be interested in Halo merch? Like, handmade Halo merch? Because she's also good with resin. Like the little AI buddies. I know that we don't want to, like, trample on the toes of, you know, like, Installation 00, because I know he's doing some stuff. You'd make plushies? Yeah, like, would you guys like a grunt? Like a crocheted grunt? I had Blanky Mode Chief because there were a ton of them at Walgreens near my house. She should make a grunt plushie that's napping. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I would. Crochet. Oh my god, did you... Okay, babe, there are crochet dollies in Halo as Easter eggs. Yes. You could make them, but like for real. Yeah, they're look up the Halo doll. They're in Halo Infinite, they're in Halo 2 Anniversary. MCC has a grunt that's holding a plasma grenade like a heart. A crochet GR. Do you see them? She says she could make it. Yeah, we could make the iconic Halo dolls. Like the stuffed GRD helmet, Spartan. We could do grunts that are napping and being cute and cozy. We could maybe crochet like a pair of snuggly sleeping hunters. Oh yes, oh yes. Get us into that hill. Oh my god. I'd want one of an honor guard elite. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Dang, Luke's gonna love the Arbiter plush. It's not an Arbiter plush, it's an infection form. They were making, or you'd say Luke would buy one. 12, 10, 9. Yes, I can make Cortana too. Yeah, the Cortana plush looks pretty cute. Could you imagine a giant plush AI chip? Make Bip Bap crochet doll. Holy fuck. That's such a good idea. Holy mother of Moses. Mary isn't the mother of Moses. That's not correct. I don't know why that came out of my mouth.
Double kill. Triple kill. Killing spree. Hail Guardian.
Hydra and Cindershot would function identically to Infinite, though the latter would do manual detonation and all fire plus enemy over penetration projectiles. Ladder. Oh, for the Cindershot? Okay. Alright. I see what you're going for. To be honest, the Hydra, I think I would turn the Hydra into an expanded missile pod. Like, basically what I think I would do is I'd do like a Hydra 2.0 or something, like the Mark II Hydra, or like what I know, like the Hydra snake, like the whole idea is it shoots a bunch of different missiles, and so it's kind of like the heads of a snake, thus the Hydra. What in mythology is like a step above the Hydra or linked to the Hydra in a clever way? Because I take the Hydra and I'd expand it into I'd combine it with the missile pod, making it a turret-type weapon that has an alt-fire mode. It can possibly be even redeployed as a turret-type weapon. And because I think the missile pod needs some love. The missile pod in Halo 3 was such a good idea. Like, just the view in a battlefield of the phew, 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 you know, of the mortars firing into the air and then the missiles taking off. That's such a good look. You know, it's cool. It needed a little bit more love. Halo 5, I really admire that they tried to bring it back, but it doesn't seem like it was that popular, even in Halo 5. I don't think they should give up on it, though. Do it again. And I think what they need to do is merge it with the Hydra to make an ultimate missile pod weapon. Here, let's hop into Big Team Battle. And let's see if there is a Falcon running around. Well, flying around, to be specific. Somebody said make a Bip Bap crochet doll. Bip Bap is the Grunt Ultra that you love.
Yes, don't worry, I'm saving all of these.
Hell yeah. Tashi Halo Guy is my uncle. Shout out. Huh? Is Tashi in here?
No. Then I said Tasha's in there.
Yeah, I think Luke would buy one. Well, Tashi is a 343 guy. Oh, they're just... Okay. Make a monitor plush. Oh, that would be adorable. What about a goblin? Oh, the grunt goblin would be cute, too. Yeah, there's a bunch of ideas. I would want a crocheted Halo Magnum. That's funny. The idea of a cute, cozy Magnum. Tashi killed my grandma. Okay, you're being silly. That is an unsubstantiated claim. Give us facts, a date, a location of the body, or I ain't buying what you're selling, mister.
Tashi poked me on Facebook.
You know, Tashi has a he has a YouTube channel where he just uploads like professional advice in the job space. It's very cozy, his channel.
Capture the flag. Capture
Tashi
the flag
Henry,
to score.
my wife says.
I only muted them for 60 seconds and they're saying now hi.
Hi.
Say, give him a shout out.
Hello, totally Zane JD. Tashheed.
Yeah, the epic robot.
Yeah. The plasma caster would be the TF2 sticky bomb launcher, firing plasma nades that stick to enemies and surfaces and all simultaneously detonating with the all-fire. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun idea. Being able to spray a bunch of different ones. That's a fun idea. I like that. Okay. No carbine there. Yeah, look at our custom mangler. But now that I'm running around with it, this coating really does not fit. Okay, we'll test out this new beefed up Hydra. Tashi is my uncle. He lives in Washington, too, as proof. He quit? Wait, did Tashi really leave? He is? He quit 343? How did you get that cool assault rifle? Mine looks stupid and skinny. Hey, it's not stupid and skinny. The Halo Reach assault rifle model slaps. Dude, the Hydra's really nasty now. Like, this could potentially be a problem. This assault rifle model, I think, is part of the Halo Wars Battle Pass. It's supposed to look like the Combat Evolved assault rifle. I hope the skewer is a mainstay Halo weapon going forward, and I hope they give it the Half-Life 2 bow treatment, where you can pin enemies to walls when you hit them with spikes. I would love that, dude. I know that they wanted to do it during development, like, you know, back with, like, the Forerunner group. We talked about it, like, we were like, you guys could even, Green Skull had a great idea. He was like, you could add a medal if you stick 2 Spartans with a skewer. And then they stick to the wall. It's called Kebab. But due to networking-related reasons, they could not do that. Because all sorts of weird, funky stuff would happen. And I guess, like, the networking wasn't in a state where it could handle stuff that was kind of, like, that complex. Not that it's impossible, but it was just, it wasn't as easy as just let it do that, you know? The Halo Reach AR model is whack, don't lie to yourself. No, it looks cool. I love the Reach model. It looks like a cool, like, stripped down tactical prototype of the Halo assault rifle, you know? It's like a modern warfare take on the assault rifle. Like, imagine if all the bits of the assault rifle were attachments for it, like the ammo counter, the stock. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I like the look of the Reach assault rifle quite a bit. I like that skeletal, sticky, or skinny look of it. I heard Green Skull became an AI bro. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think Green Skull does AI stuff now. He does AI music. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Why'd he what? That's bad. Like, I know Green Skull, like, he doesn't just do YouTube as his job, but I guess the AI stuff is a little bit disappointing, because that's just, like, slop, you know? That's, like, uncreative slop. Yeah. Rest in peace, Green Skull. No, he's not dead. Like, guys, he's alive. Ah! Oh, he's dead to us. Okay, AI music for shitposts and memes can be kind of funny. Oh, what was that AI song?
Oh, fuck. You told me to turn that shit off, too.
No, the one that's like, here's how you make an Enderman farm in Minecraft.
AI.
It wasn't?
No, that's why I'm showing it to you.
Oh, so that was just like talent.
Yes. What about
The
I was torturing.
what was it?
my host with AI.
I got high and forgot the safe word. Lipstick on my neck, feeling like strong. Just not tell her that it's AI.
But she likes hunting.
Oh god, my mom would probably fall for it. And she'd get really upset if she found out it was AI. Cause she'd think it's evil. Which there is something soulless about it. Hey, hey. There is like the AI, it's like this AI band, this country AI thing. I don't even want to say band, you know, because that implies that it's like art. It's this guy who's grifting on Spotify, and he made a fake country band using AI, and he's just like pumping out these shitty albums, and it's like, I got high and forgot the safe word. And it's just like trash, just garbage music, and we were like, wow, that's like really bad.
Hilarious. It's not garbage. It's so funny.
And but we were like, wow, like these lyrics are extremely bad. We should listen to Real Country to see if it's like this.
Stop. What if there's country fans?
There's probably country fans that would agree. Because I don't think a country fan... It's like the lyric was like, I want to drive around with my gasoline. And it was like... It's like, oh, okay, so the lyrics are just bad, I guess?
The enemy has your flag.
The one AI thing that was very funny was that shitty AI thing. It made a country song of a guy chickening out of a bar fight. And that was funny. That was actually very funny. It was like, hey man, you can have the girl, boots and all. Like, I don't want to start nothing. Just give me 3 seconds and I'll be out of your hair. And it's like, this is a song about a guy chickening out of a bar fight. That's actually funny. Yes.
An ally returned our flag.
Yeah, AI is just... It can be a very helpful assistant, but it should never become the primary source of content. Chad G. PD.
I think it's very useful, for example, when you're trying to do time management.
Yeah, when you're trying to do like time management.
For example, like when I was in New York and I had to catch the bus, I was in Brooklyn and I needed to get to Manhattan. And I was like, what time should I leave?
Oh, like what time should I leave? What time will I arrive?
And
Like,
it completely chilled me out. So,
it made you feel a little bit
yeah, because
ease of mind.
even though I could obviously like do it myself.
At least he hasn't gone full tilt like Quebblecop? Quebblecop? Who's Quebblecop? Is that a YouTuber? Is that like a guy who went like full AI? Like slop? Slapede? Marilyn Slapede? Is Halo Infinite back in the ring? I think so. This is a pretty damn good update so far.
Has your flag.
I got to try out the Falcon at the HCS event over the weekend, and I've been really eager to finally see it and the carbine at launch. They're pretty awesome, right? I really like the carbine. Like, quite a lot, actually. There's AI gen films out there, entertainingly bad.
AI generated.
Oh, AI generated films.
Oh, I need to see
I saw a AI short film, and it was so trash. It was posted on YouTube. It was like a SWAT drug bust. And it was like every shot was like a guy in the center of the frame, and it's hard to explain. It's so bad. Every shot has the exact same energy. There's no, like, nuance. The cuts are very flat and boring. It's just, there is a consistent energy level across the board. And it makes it feel very boring and procedural. It's AI film, like, it's not a film. It's not a film, okay? It is some hot, stinking doo-doo trash. It was like no actors, no voice actors. The AI did everything and edited it together itself. And it was steaming trash. LNG, did you ever play a Ratchet and Clank game? I have unfortunately not. I've heard that the new Ratchet and Clank game is a lot of fun, though. Rift Apart for the PS5, right? And I've heard Ratchet and Clank just in general is kind of like a fun cult series that honestly deserves a little bit more recognition.
The enemy has your flag.
Yeah. Richard Heed. He used to make GTA 5 videos, but he got famous for an AI version of himself to make content, including using an AI version of himself reacting to AI content. What the hell? So this guy used to make Grand Theft Auto 5 videos, and now he uses AI. Moomin! So it's not him on screen anymore, it's an AI version of him, and he makes his AI avatar react to AI content now. Dude, what like brain dead slop? What just like a trash, like unfiltered, unmitigated trash garbage. My friend said the carbine sound effect is from Halo Wars 2. Is this similar? I'll have to go listen to it. It's possible. Come on. I know that I'm just wasting bullets here and that this isn't doing much, but
1 minute remaining.
maybe I can at least doom the Scorpion. God, I love AI slander. Clankers? It's just like people that are like super into AI, not like the creation of AI, but they sit around and just endlessly generate AI stuff. I don't get it, dude. It's really weird. Because at a certain point, you realize, like, you're not making anything. And there isn't actually any artistic value to what's being done. It's so, like, algorithmic. There's no personal detail within it, no identity, you know? I played around with, like, that Sunoi AI music generation thing, and I had fun for a few weeks, but I quickly ran into the roadblock of, like, fuck, dude, I should just learn how to play music. Because the AI shit, it doesn't understand what I need. You know, like, give it to me. Like, let me do it. And it's like, wow, that's why AI kind of sucks. Because you just let it do the stuff for you. And it's like, honestly, it would be a lot more valuable if you learn these skills yourself. Ratchet and Clank gameplay is Doom meets Sonic. Is it? Is it fast-paced? That guy who said that the Halo Reach assault rifle sucks, I am going to equip the Reach assault rifle. if I can ever get into the customization menu. Most AI is junk, filth, messy garbage. Some people utilize it for funnies, though. Yet some of the memes are actually genuinely great, and it's because it requires, like, a comedic idea. Like, someone is like, I want this to happen. Huh? Yeah, like a funny human to tell the AI. Like, Rebecca showed me the stuff that the AI, like the AI videos, that are just things that, like, you can't do. Like, you can't film it. Like, a guy, like, doing a selfie video, it's leaping into a volcano. Like, that's hilarious. And being able to finally visually see something that's stupid. Like, that stuff's...
Today we're gonna jump into the crater.
Yeah, today we're gonna jump into the crater. Like, that shit's funny. And it's even funnier the AI stuff still looks fake, you know? So there's, like, some comedic value behind that. But unironically just posting AI slop, where it's like the script is AI generated, the music's AI generated, there's an AI generated voiceover. It's like, get out of here, dude. You're like the content equivalent of a constipation. You know, you're clogging things up for the actual creatives. My wife said, stop talking about the clankers. We love Momo.
It's not Momo. She's a robot. She's different.
Yeah.
And she's also, she has no metal inside her. She's a CPU, like a computer.
Yeah?
She's like boards and shit. And wires. So truly, she's like a
The only AI content I'll unironically vouch for is almost vinyl satirical vintage. Oh, damn it. Vintage music and the various presidents play games stuff. Otherwise, AI GTFO. I like the presidents play stuff.
Oh, but I have to say that I completely enjoy the AI country music 'cause it's hilarious.
She loves the AI country music. Like, I got high and forgot the safe word. This Spanish skin has got to go. It's not working with me, this one.
Enemy captured the flag.
Oh, have you ever seen this thing? When you complete an objective? I remember that being a little bit cooler. Maybe I'm too far away from it? Okay. That was very anticlimactic, I'm sorry. Those SpongeBob AI musics are peak, though. Have you seen what he's talking about?
No.
Yeah, what SpongeBob AI music?
Captured the flag.
Yeah. SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs. Is that what you're talking about? Mm-hmm.
Double kill.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca said, you know Alice from Twilight, how she can see visions? She just had a vision that somewhere in the world in Australia, Leaper Larden just woke up. So I checked out the Falcon's seat swap. You can't swap from the pilot seat, but you can from the back ones. And Lamau, it's so clear that they didn't have an animator on the team. Passable, but silly. See, the animation for swapping in the back seats, I actually think that those animations look great. And the inability to swap, you know, in the front seat, I think that's more so to do with, like, balancing. I saw an AI video of Yeti and Bigfoot breaking into Chipotle to make a burrito. You know what AI stuff I think was genuinely awesome? I liked when it was, like, an incoherent fever dream. Like, remember Lord of the Kroigs?
I didn't, surprisingly, I didn't like AI during that.
No?
It was kind of scary.
What about Lord of the Kroigs?
Oh, we
Yeah.
love that.
Or, like, Will Smith eating spaghetti.
That one pissed me off.
It pissed you off?
Yeah, I just don't like Will Smith.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Will Smith's unlikable. But... Uh-oh. That was me. That was me. That was on me. I literally spawned, walked forward, and just walked right off a cliff. Uh-oh. Yeah, see that there Hydra is gonna be a problem. It's a video game, says Willie Asso. Yeah, basically, they balanced it like a video game. Video game. Yes, Willie Asso is the quiz guy. And I'm gonna do another quiz with him. Yeah, that quiz was great.
Wait, but I remember I had some request from
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to
An ally returned our flag.
don't they have battle show like for money? No, I'm not saying battle for money.
Has your
I'm
flag.
saying like make it more complex. Make it a longer game.
Rebecca's saying, Willie Asso, Rebecca is saying that you gotta make the game show longer.
Yeah, and make it like an episode of Jeopardy.
And make it like an episode of Jeopardy.
Make it more complex, and serious.
And serious.
Yeah, cause Jeopardy is kind of stressful.
She said because Jeopardy is stressful, so you need to make this Halo game show more stressful. Like there needs to be stakes.
Only because it was really funny.
Only because it was very funny and entertaining.
That doesn't mean that funny.
Right.
I don't know. I remember that when I watched that video, I told you what I wanted him to change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do more. I totally forgot already.
Maybe Rebecca's got to be a producer.
I am a producer.
Yeah. Yeah, Pop Dog Radio. Have you hit hero rank yet? No, not yet. I'm getting there. Oh, so slowly I'm getting there. Damn. Okay, let's hop. Almost Vinyl manually writes the lyrics for songs covering out-of-pocket subject matters before AI-generated music of a given genre using their lyrics. Okay, that's funny.
It's not a silly movie. It's serious flag.
Yeah? Who did? He said it's a silly little thing. Rebecca is refuting that. She's saying, but it's not a silly little thing. It's a serious game show.
But if it takes too much to edit, I get so much. Literally, I get the short
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it can be like hell, But
Mm-hmm.
love the vid, and I love the doodle.
Oh, and she loved the doodles that you made of us. She was very happy with them. Oh man, there's a Falcon. Look at that little guy go. Dude, the Falcon feels great so far in Halo Infinite. I'm like pleasantly surprised by the inclusion. Wait, Late Night Gaming has a face? He does! He does have a face.
An ally captured the flag. Another victory, Spartan.
There's gonna be a new doodle, maybe 2 for the next quiz. She's clapping, she's giving an applause. Oh, alrighty, feelers. Oh, I am pooped. Positively.
Oh my god, we woke up at 5.
Yeah, I woke up at 3:30.
And then we went to go somewhere else.
And then we had to go somewhere. So I am positively pooped. So guys, I'm going to thank you all for joining the stream. This was a ton of fun. This new update's very good, and I am going to dig into that Falcon. I'm going to rip open that hood and look around at it. See what makes it tick, you know? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to making some content on this. I'm also going to be revisiting the Mauler. Or not Mauler, the Mutilator, because they actually changed the sound quite a bit for it, and I need to take a closer listen. I'm also going to check out the Halo Wars 2 carbine sound effects to see if that is true, that they're reusing those sound effects for it. And there's a lot to cover, and I'm very excited, actually. So, guys, I shall see you later. Subscribe to Warthog Radio. If you would like to join the private Discord server, if you